Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge. This is the last round. It's the World Cup final watch-along. It's Argentina against Spain. I mean, it always comes to an end, doesn't it? But you know what? It doesn't feel like 5 minutes ago that we were starting off with that Mexico game. It's all the early mornings, all the drama, all the ups and downs, all the controversies, all the excitement. I mean, it's been good. I've enjoyed it. I mean, I am going to ask that question in a moment about whether you've enjoyed the World Cup or not, and you can get in the comments and let us know where it ranks for you. But look, this is a big final. It befits the World Cup. Argentina against Spain. I think Argentina, as the holders, have their own story of battle, and I think we sometimes forget that. You know, Argentina are the holders, and they have fought. And a lot of people don't think they're very good, myself included. And a lot of people think they've had a little bit of lucky, been a bit lucky. I don't know whether they've been lucky. I don't think they're that good, but I don't think they've been lucky. But what you can't deny, and where I will praise them, and I've been saying it all tournament, they're probably the best collective in that entire tournament, in the sense that they are absolutely, on it. I think it's. I think they've taken the. They've fought with every last. I'm trying to think of an analogy of it, in the sense of. It reminds me a little bit of King Harold. You know, when Britain was under fire from the Vikings and the Anglo-Saxons, the Normans, and he went up to Stamford Bridge in York and fought the Vikings. Then he marched all the way down to Dover to fight the William the Conqueror, and they lost. But you know, they fought to the end to hold on to what was theirs. And I think Argentina have shown real fight and spirit to get to the final and try and retain what is theirs. But I think that Spain are a better team. I think they've got a fantastic defence. I think they keep the ball so well. So I think you've got an incredible story of perseverance and fight from the holders. And then you've got the best team in Europe, because they won the Euros, in Spain. And I want Spain to win. 73% of you say that Spain will win. I want them to win. I want to see Argentinians cry. If you were on the United stand before, you know that. But if they win it, I would respect it. If Argentina win it, I would respect it. I know there's a lot of talk of FIFA and stuff, but realistically, that shouldn't be the reason they win tonight. You know, I would love to see a really good final, and I think Spain will win it. That's my thought. I agree with 72% of you. I think they've got a brilliant defence, they've got a brilliant midfield, and they've got a very functional attack. And I think if Argentina are going to get a result out of this, they're going to need to work hard. We are sponsored by Bull Sports, by the way. I'll go through my bet builder in a moment. Link in the description. Scan the QR code. I just want to ask a question in the chat, the live chat. Please do share the video, by the way. This could be our biggest one of the tournament. We obviously hit 1.5 million during this tournament. I'll never forget it. You know, I'm not always the best at being positive. I'll admit that myself. But I will always be positive about the communities that we build, because you're the most important people. And I've got to say, I'll never forget this World Cup. I'm sad to see it go. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I think that I learnt in 2014, you can enjoy a World Cup and be absolutely pissed off with your nation. And so many World Cups, South Africa, Germany, I didn't enjoy because England were shit or got knocked out. And I just decided in 2014, I'm going to appreciate the World Cup as a separate entity. And it's difficult because you do get wrapped up in your own country. But I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it. And, thank you to everybody involved. I know some of you were with us before, and some of you are new now. But I've loved it. I mean, you know, making a coffee at 1 a.m. to get ready for a 2 o'clock game. I'm sure I'll sit back at some point when I get a break and have a glass of sangria somewhere. And I'll think, what were we doing at 2 o'clock in the morning watching a group game with Norway in it or whatever, you know? But we did. And I think the I think the stadiums have been brilliant. I think the officiating in the way that the game has moved quicker. I think there's a legacy for the Premier League and the Champions League. I really do. I think if we can move the game quicker and stop giving soft fouls and make them take throw-ins quicker, I think football could be better next season in the Premier League and in the Champions League. I'm really hopeful of that. As I said, I think the stadiums have been brilliant. We've had a few controversies, but you're always going to get that in a massive tournament. But overall, you look at the big stories. I think Norway, Ivory Coast, Morocco, some countries really mixed it up. Egypt, they could have got... Egypt should have probably knocked Argentina out. So I think we've had some good games. I think in the next World Cup, we really do need one of those nations to start hitting the semis. But I think it's been a good start to a new era of international football, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So thank you for being part of it. Let's talk about Ball Sports. Then a lot of people saying, are you disappointed you missed the England game? Well, I didn't. I'll tell you a story about that in a moment. But we are sponsored by Ball Sports. Been sponsored by Ball Sports a lot through this tournament. Big shout out to them. Our final one today. So Ball Sports, link in the description. Scan the QR code if you want to use them. But the bet builder is what we've been doing a lot of. If you don't know what a bet builder is, it's where you have one bet with loads of different things that have to happen. So it can be to do with corners, shots on target, red cards, whatever. I have gone in my bet builder. I've got Spain to win. I've got a Yamal to score at any time. I've got over 5.5 corners, both teams to score, and Alvarez to have over 2.5 shots. That gives me odds of 18 to 1. So if this comes off, 18 to 1. If it's a tenner, it's 180 quid. Spain to win, a Yamal to score any time, over 5.5 corners, both teams to score, Julian Alvarez to have over 2.5 shots. That is my bet builder. Also throughout the tournament, so let me know what you think about that. If you want to do your own, links in the description, scan the QR code. Also throughout the tournament, the team at Ball Sports have got a little World Cup teaser for us, and it's no different for the final. Question 1 is, before this match tonight in the 2026 World Cup final, how many teams have Spain and Argentina faced each other? How many times have Spain and Argentina faced each other in FIFA World Cup tournament matches? Let me know what you think about that. I'll tell you a little bit later. Don't forget, as always, 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and via the QR code. Bet with your head, not with your heart. Put your loyalty and patriotism to one side, and don't let your emotions muddy the waters. Can Messi turn it on one time more? I suppose that's the question. Okay, let me get back to the chat here. We've got nearly 10,000 watching already. Please keep sharing the video. I've had a few super chats coming in. Thankfully, I don't have the audio on, so I didn't hear Robbie Williams sing or Tom Cruise talk. Not going to lie, going to miss the World Cup. Definitely one of the more memorable ones for me. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks, Mark, for everything and all the watching. I'm quite emotional, Tiger Valley. I'm quite emotional. But that's life. We're not here forever. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Every good thing comes to an end. Every bad thing comes to an end. And we appreciated it. We did appreciate it. I remember saying it in the group stage when we were up at 2 o'clock in the morning. We'll remember this in the winter. We'll look back on these. It was always going to be a unique and special time to be watching competitive World Cup games at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I know that wasn't the same for all of you, but it was always going to be that. And I think the stadia for me have been breathtaking. And as a fan of NFL, I can't wait for the NFL season to start now and see all these stadiums again in the NFL. But it's been brilliant. And look, I'm sure the next World Cup in Spain and Portugal and Morocco will be great, and it will be great. But how long will it be now until we get another one of these World Cups where it's, so early in the mornings and stuff like that? But I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Brilliant. Start, bench, sell, Peregrine Falcon, Millennium Falcon, the Falkland Islands. Well, we're not selling the Falkland Islands, Tony. No, we're not be selling that. So I'll sell the Peregrine Falcon, I'll bench the Falklands Islands, and I'll start Millennium Falcon. This is the sort of stuff they do. Hope England watch How to Win a World Cup tonight, says VJ. Thank you, Tiger Valley. Got to be the worst closing ceremony in history, says Ben. We've got some stupid knobhead half-time show as well. You're going to have to help me get through that. It's going to piss me right off. Crazy that you missed the game last night. Who's to blame? I'll come back to that. Congratulations on 3rd place, Mark Viz. Shout out to Tom Cruise, last great Hollywood star that there'll ever be, says Irish Ryan. What about Brad Pitt? Hope you're well. Daniel Thompson says thank you to all the great team for all the work and watch-alongs. Yes, remember people like Rory Jennings, the crew in Manchester for the studio watch-alongs there, and also the people behind the scenes of what we do as well. Too many to name. Actually, there's not. I'm just not going to name them, but they get paid, so I think that's enough. But they know who they are. Well done. If you want to write your name in the chat, I'll read it out. No, there is a lot of people to thank. Finley, Adam, Matt, Greg, Sarah, Beth works behind the scenes on some things as well. I was going to say Maud's, but he pissed off to America for a month, so I'm not thanking him. I'll thank him for the United stand. I feel like there's somebody else we've missed. But yeah, lots of people behind the scenes. I've no praise for Argentina. I'm glad we only hear from them every 4 years. I hope they're crying in their steak dinners later on. As long as we leave Malbec out of it, Nick, I'm absolutely fine to take the piss out of Argentina. I don't want them to ban the export of Malbec red wine, because for me, that is the best red wine, Argentinian Malbec. USA national anthem, an opening ceremony, a halftime show, winner rings. This final is utter Super Bowl nonsense, says Jamie. Do you think this Spain side can surpass the 2008-12 era? I don't think it's as good as that team, Mohammed. It could surpass it, but I don't think it's as good as that. Marge says, I'm sad this is coming to an end. Well, don't forget, we have got daily transfer stuff for you until the start of the Premier League season. Then we've got the Premier League. Then we've got the Champions League. We've got also hopefully going to have the Bundesliga back again. So there's loads on this channel. And on top of that, there is some incredible stuff that's coming on the channel as well. New stuff, new content, new people. Some, you know, you talk about transfer windows. That's football has had a worldie. I think when you see it, you'll go fucking hell. So yeah, very excited. Love your videos. My dad reckons Argentina will win. What's your NFL team, by the way? Keep up the awesome work, Mark. We love you. I've subbed, says Murray. My gran and granddad, who are no longer with us, went to America when I was a kid and came back with a load of American stuff, baseball bat, which I got hit around the head with and went to hospital with. It wasn't my grandparents who hit me with it. They didn't go, there's the present, whack. It was a mate who did it accidentally. But they brought me back a Dallas Cowboys top. So I always liked Dallas Cowboys. But then when I actually started watching NFL again recently, so I started watching it again about 5 years ago, I really like the Bills. I like Josh. I like the Bills. I like the way they play. So I'd probably say I'm more of a Bills fan now. Looking forward to your halftime show performances, Mark, says Alexander. Do you watch the EFL, says Jacob? Not if I can help it. Where will Arsenal pivot after the Rodgers deal? Imagine if it's Vinny J. Could be Vinny J, Faz. Could be Noosa. I didn't watch the game, but thoughts on the England game last night, says Tom. Good World Cup, but FIFA spoiled everything good about the game, says Rishab. Look, I did watch the England game last night. What happened is, I thought it was a massive, big waste of time. So, basically, we had a nice meal, couple of pints out. Then we came back and we watched Mamma Mia 2, which I really like to watch in the summer. That finished at about 11. I actually thought the third, fourth place game was kicking off at 8. It kicked off at 10. So when Mamma Mia 2 finished, I put the telly on and it was half time and it was 4-0 to England. So I was like, all right. Watched it for 5 minutes. France scored. They were all over us. So I watched the entire second half. It was good. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I didn't do a watch along though. I mean, I think it was just a nice 45 minutes to watch. So I watched the second half. But look, at the end of the day, it wasn't a real game of football. It was just an entertaining third versus fourth game. The defending was shit. You know why I think it was good? Because neither team gave a shit. I think it was just, it wasn't like a game of football. That never would have happened in a World Cup semi-final or a final. Like, neither team would have played like that. It was almost like a basketball game. I mean, England shouldn't have even bloody won. How many sitters did Elise miss? But it was entertaining. I was glad when Bellingham scored. But it wasn't a game of football. I don't know. Well, it was a game of football, but it wasn't real. It was definitely in the vibe of, we sort of don't give a shit, so let's play quite open. What differs Spain from other nations like, and also I think if it had matters, if that had mattered, France would have wiped their arse with England. I'm not buying into we beat France. I mean, France was shit in the first half, and then they turned up in the second half. They would wipe the floor with us if they played properly. What differs Spain from other nations like Brazil, England, Portugal? Spain are thriving and other top national teams are underachieving. You know what it is, Mohammed? I think the difference between Spain and England and Portugal especially is that Spain have a style of play. They have a spine. They have a spine. They have a style of play, and it's effective. And they have a good coach. Portugal could be Spain, but they always get a shit coach. Portugal should be able to beat Spain, but they have a shit coach and they don't have a good style of play. So it just shows you, you can have good players, but if you don't have a good coach. I just got accepted into dental hygiene school, says Random Tings. There we go. Quite a random ting, but well done. Can't believe 1 in 5 didn't enjoy this World Cup, says Oil Cruiser. Yeah, 81% of you enjoyed the World Cup, 19% didn't. Yeah, but you know the 19% didn't enjoy it because they want Qatar to be the best World Cup. That's what they want. It's like the Labour people in the United fan base. They're just a small little cult who are obsessed with Qatar being the best World Cup, which it's not. I don't know where I'd put this World Cup. You know what? I do think that classing World Cups is a bit like deciding on whether a player's a legend or not. Time will tell us how good this World Cup is. I can't say this is the best World Cup ever because we're living it. I think in 4 years' time, we can look back on it and say where it was. Yeah. What are we drinking, Mark? Tonight, I'm just on the water tonight. It could have been England. Honestly, I'm over it now. It should have been England, but to be fair, we fucked it. We bottled it, so it wasn't. And I also think Spain would have beat England in the final. God, how many more people can they roll out here? We've got ready to rumble guy now. They'll roll out Speed next. In fact, somebody told me Speed is involved at half time. Let's get ready to. Oh, we've got another one here now. To be honest, I don't have a massive problem with this because I can't hear it. But let me go through the team for you while that's happening. Let me get it on the screen. So Spain are lining up with Simon in goal, Porro, Kabasi, Laporte, Cucurella, Ruiz, Rodri, Olmo, Yamal, Baina and Yazabal. It's the team from the semi-final. And then you got Argentina. They're lining up. Are they the same as the semi-final? They're not, because they've got Martinez, Montiel, Romero, Martinez, Tagliafico. Same back five, but De Paul starts with McAllister and Enzo and Gonzalez, and then Messi and Alvarez. No Simeone starting, and I think someone else started in the final as well. Paredes and Simeone started against England, but De Paul and Gonzalez start against Spain. We've started. Yes, we have. Let me get the timer right now. I was too busy talking. Apologies. What channel are you watching it on? I'm loyal to Gary, so I'm watching it on the ITV. No, I'm not. I'm watching it on ITV because one of the best things about this tournament has been the background of New York from ITV. So normally I would watch I'd normally watch the BBC because there's no adverts. But I don't have the commentary. So if you've got Mataface and Lee Dixon, I don't blame you having the BBC on, but I think ITV's background has been better. Mbappe golden boot, or will Messi get it? Well, Messi needs to score 2 goals. I don't think he'll do that tonight. I might be wrong. AFC Iron says, was there ever a debate or did it end 4 years ago? What debate's that? Gonzalez gets fouled there. Do you think Argentina have a chance? If you don't think Argentina have got a chance, you're a fool. Of course they've got a chance. Of course they've got a chance. They're going to need a game plan, but they'll have a chance. What's your bet, Builder, says D1. Yazabal to score at any time. Spain to win. Both teams to score. Alvarez to have over 2.5 shots and over 5.5 corners. 18-1 with Boyle Sparth. Thanks to everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please do share the video. We've got 13,000 watching already. You're absolute legends in this World Cup final. Argentina have started off okay. I mean, what I would say is Belgium did okay against Spain. So I think Spain will win. But if you don't turn up, and we have seen a few teams not turn up. Morocco didn't turn up in their quarter-final, did they, against France? France didn't turn up in the semi-final against Spain. England switched off completely in the second half against Argentina. So if Spain had a bad day, I just think if Argentina won this, I'd be like, Egypt had them out. Egypt had them out. The level Spain produces great players is insane, says Marco. I know. I really do hope that England produce a couple of world-class players to go with Bellingham soon. I mean, look, would Argentina win World Cups if they didn't have Messi? It does help if you've got one of the world's best players in your... who's born in your country, doesn't it? Very good at keeping the ball, though, Spain. I think that's... Oh, he's giving the foul there. Is he booking him? No. Boehner was saying I should have been booked. Would have been a harsh booking, I think. Sorry, I don't normally do this. Tossin said they had 2 World Cups before Messi, mate. Yeah. So what I said is it helps if you've got one of the world's best players. It helps if you have one of the world's best ever players playing for your country. And Tossin said they won 2 World Cups before Messi. Yeah, do your history, mate. Good chance for Yamal. He should have scored. Maradona played for them in one of those World Cups. Also one of the best players in the world. Tossin, more like Tosser. What a chance for Yamal. Well, to be fair, he was wider than I thought. He was wider than I thought. That's a warning. So warning for Argentina because they're on it again here. Slipped in again. Yamal. Oh my God, they're getting in here. Argentina on the ropes early on. Spain have suddenly gone through the gears. Oh, but now it's Messi. Oh, he could shoot from distance. Oh, my God, this game is open. Well, I tell you what, hopefully the game can carry on like this. What a start. Messi was through, but it was great sweeping by Simon, but his clearance could have gone to an Argentinian player, and then it would have had an open goal. Great start to the game, though. I mean, look, that's something... we had in Qatar. We had a very good final, didn't we? An exciting final. Spanish high line as well. Love to see that. But that high line is why they're so good in possession. Because they've always got an option high up the pitch. Argentina are the dirtiest team in the tournament, says Constantine. Stop going to the referee for every single little thing. It's comical. Well, it's not been that type of a tactic, has it? I mean, obviously they respect Spain more than they respect us, although I would have thought you'd try and do the same thing. Against England, though, they were so dirty, weren't they, in that first half? But you know what I said? I said it at half-time in the England game. You can't be in a stop-start game if you move the ball quickly because they can't get to you. England made the mistake of taking too many touches and inviting the tackle or the foul, whereas look at Spain. Before Argentina can close in, they just get rid of the ball. It's Porro. Well, he wanted the 1-2. Mate, that's a foul. You absolute knobhead. You're a knobhead, ref. You're a bloody knobhead. That was a brilliant bit of play. 1-2. Knobhead. Absolute fucking cheat. Look at this. Porro's in. Oh my God. How did he not give the foul there? Fucking ref's Argentinian already. What an absolute cheat. That was shocking. Well, the reason he didn't give the foul is because Porro was going to be in. Great if they saw yesterday and let go. Let's top it, says Rob. It's a bit harsh on Messi that the third place game's got. I agree with this, Nick. Hold on a minute. Yeah, Nick, I agree with this. It's harsh on Messi that the third place game goals by Mbappe count towards the golden goal. He was effectively out. Yeah, I don't agree with that. I was literally saying that to Seb this morning at his match when we were driving over there. I said it's absolutely bang out of order that Mbappe gets to win the golden boot for scoring 2 goals in a fucking friendly. Like, he's knocked out. Your goal shouldn't count in the third, fourth place game. It's ridiculous. Great point, Nick. Imagine if Messi would have played for Spain, says Philippe. To be fair, Spain won World Cups without him, didn't they? They did. They did. Thanks everyone who's getting involved. Got nearly 20,000 watching. It is the final of the World Cup. Thank you everybody for getting involved this amazing World Cup. You've been absolutely fantastic. That was a foul on Porro. I'm not arguing about it. It was a blatant foul. He's got no reason to go down. McAllister blocks him off. They probably would have scored because he would have got the return pass and played a Yazabal in. I think it was a massive moment that the referee fucked up on. I genuinely think that would have ended up with a goal. He'd have played the 1-2, slipped it into Yazabal, who was dead centre. All right, he might have missed, but he would have had a bloody good chance. Random says, I'm still angry. Tuchel, absolute disgrace. Does PJMOL notice not selected for main matches? Does PJMOL notice they've not been selected for the main matches? I hope so, Oil Cruiser. FIFA equals fix it for Argentina. You know what? Sometimes it's the simple things, Sam. I'm sure that's very old, but it's the first time I've heard it. FIFA equals fix it for Argentina. That's got to be old. It's good. It's good. It's good. It is. Well done. Argentina are cooked if Spain score early. I believe if you want Argentina to win, you need to score first. They need to have something to hold on to. Charlie says, why should Messi have the advantage of an extra game for the Golden Boot? Because we don't even need a third or fourth place game. So, if, you know, Mbappe lost to Spain. They got knocked out. He shouldn't get the opportunity to score another 2 goals towards the Golden Boot. Messi beat England. He should have the opportunity to go and win the Golden Boot. It's ridiculous. France are out and he gets 2 more goals. You shouldn't have goals counted when you're out the tournament. It's ridiculous. I completely agree with Nick. I don't think those 2 goals from Mbappe should count towards the Golden Boot. You're out the tournament. I disagree with your opinion on third place match. As Croatian in 2022, I didn't even watch the final. I was celebrating third. Okay. Thanks for the super chat and your honesty. This guy is not cool. I don't know. Look, I grew up with a mentality that second place is the first loser. I'm not interested in second or third. Even in the Olympics, gold's the one that matters. Corner to Spain. Where's everybody watching from? Let us know in the chat tonight. Are you having a holiday, Mark? I'm tempted. I'm tempted to just hop on a plane and get a few days away. The thing is, I would like to go on a big family holiday, but it's just not possible because of commitments and pre-season and jobs and stuff. But that doesn't stop me hopping on a plane with the missus, does it? So we'll see. I haven't looked at it yet, but we'll see. I've loved the World Cup, but it's been very tiring. Are you going to do an England ratings video? Says Tom. Ratings for what, Tom? World Cup's over, bro. It's finished. Lovely play by Yamal. Goes wide. Argentina trying to be aggressive, but it's tough. Well, I think this first 12 minutes has probably been what I expected, and I think statistically speaking, I don't think I'm wrong in predicting that Argentina haven't had a shot on goal. No. No shots at all. 35% possession. No corners. It's definitely backs to the wall at the moment. Although the ball is with the goalkeeper at the moment. The Spanish goalkeeper. Who is doing the halftime ceremony? Halftime show. I think it's Shakira, Bieber, and somebody mentioned Madonna. I don't know about that. All I can tell you is I won't be watching it. I won't be listening to it. Ooh, that was a bad tackle on Olmo. Now then, ref. Do you want to have a look at that? Alexi McAllister. I don't think it's a red. I think it's a yellow. I mean, it's a scissor tackle, but he doesn't actually catch his standing leg enough for me, but it should be a yellow card. I mean, how is that not a yellow? I think Danny Elmo is saying, how the fuck is that not a yellow? I mean, I'm stunned. Some people were saying red. It's not. I don't think it's a red. Definitely a yellow. Will Farrell. Hawk. That's quite good, that, on Netflix. Quite enjoyed that. Don't know who that is. What's the chat saying? It reminds me of the England game, though. Argentina just seemed to be able to foul in the first half. It's almost like somebody said to me they've got the best foul to card ratio, in a sense that they commit more fouls without getting cards than anybody else in the World Cup. Well, that's never going to help, is it? That's never going to help the allegations when you've got the most fouls but the least cards. Especially, that's a yellow card for McAllister, that is. 100%. Fair, really. If Messi wins, it was in third place playoffs, he'd still get the same chance as the others to go for the boot. Enough rules have been swayed for him, says Gems. Yeah, but Gems, think about it like this. Harry Kane's on 6 goals. He gets to the final. Mbappe's on 6 goals. He plays a third place game where the third place team makes loads of changes. He scores 2 goals. He wins the Golden Boot. Kane plays the best team in the world in the final, doesn't score any. That's my point. I don't think it's fair. I think when you're out, you know, he's basically playing a glorified friendly where everyone was playing a basketball game. This is a final that's going to be tight. Solenko in 94 got the Golden Boot for scoring 5 goals against Cameroon in a group game where they were already knocked out. Should that have counted based on the logic you stated? Yes, because it was a competitive game. Thanks for trying to challenge me, but you lost, Calbad. The 3rd and 4th place game doesn't exist in most tournaments because you're out. It shouldn't exist. Player overall ratings, and who do you think will be the better signing, Tonali or Rodgers? I think they'll both do really well, Tom. I think Rodgers in a Xabi Alonso system as a pivoted 10 will do really well. And I think Tonali will do well at Spurs as well. Lovely play by Yamal. Oh, Martinez did well. I thought that cross was going to the back post. I'm not going to do a video with overall England ratings because it'd have about 5 people watching it. There's certain things in football that when it's done, people aren't interested. Hi Mark, big fan from the USA. Would this final be better if it were played in an indoor stadium at night? Yeah, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, isn't it? In New York. Now. And the weather is 27 degrees. I don't know. I think it's always nice to see football played on grass in the day. Start, bench, sell, Madonna, Shakira or Bieber. I think you've got to start Madonna based on her 80s stuff. Oh, what a jammy twat. Good defending by Porro, though. Gonzalez nearly got him one-on-one by the ball hitting him on the back and diverting in. My God. Who's this number 3? He's filthy. Tagliafico. Third place game is a humiliation ritual, says Marco. Thank you very much for that. 3 favourite non-England games and goal of the World Cup, says Ross McRae. Oh, fucking hell. I'm very bad at this sort of stuff. I have so much stuff going on, I dump knowledge. I don't retain it. So I did enjoy Japan-Netherlands. I remember that being good in the group stage. I thought Egypt-Argentina was a good game, you know. I do. I think that was a very entertaining game. And Brazil-Norway was good as well. I think there's been a few games. I'm sure you could throw some good games at me. Goal of the tournament. Fucking hell. I don't know. I can't think of a goal that jumps out to me in this tournament as an absolute worldie, but someone's going to tell me one. That Cape Verde goal was very good, yeah. Yeah, that was a good goal. That was a good goal. I'm trying to think if there's a better one. Noosa's goal was good. Yeah, Shader Ups was a cross. Matt Damon. You know, I used to like Matt Damon, but he's hanging around with an Argentinian fan. So, fuck Matt Damon. And Odyssey's crap. Rubbish film. It's basically a Poundland Troy. You can piss off now, Damon. You're fired. Adam says, in my opinion, Messi should have received a red in the first game. Going through the back of a player, studs up, no contact with the ball. That red would have prevented 4 of his goals, says Adam. Sweden got 3rd in 94 and we're still celebrating, says Anton. Yeah, but you're Swedish, aren't you? I mean, that's probably the pinnacle of your history of football, you know? I don't blame you. Oh, lovely play here. Good tackle, though, by Martinez. Fair. Robbo says it's always fine not to give a yellow as long as he's similarly lenient on Spain. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. Some good comments tonight. We're nearly at 20,000, so please do share the video. Make sure you've subscribed if you're new. Thank you so much, everybody who's tuning in. I was down the local last night. Shout out to the Forest in Dorwich, and they. I say it's my local. It's a pub I go to. I do like it. It's not really my local. I go to a few pubs, but I like it because they do Hawkstone on tap. So if you're ever in the Dorwich area and you fancy a pint of Hawkstone, get yourself there. They also do it in Knowle as well, to be fair. But anyway, I was down there and I was talking to one of the staff, and we're talking about the football, and he said it's funny because all our tables were booked out last Tuesday night for tonight, even though England played on the Wednesday. That all these tables had been booked out, and I said, have they all cancelled now? And he said, no, I rang around and some of them felt a bit bad, so they're still coming in. I wouldn't bother. Fuck off. They'd obviously booked it thinking England were going to be in the final. Argentina approaching this hydration break probably be quite happy with 0-0 at the moment. England-France was legendary. It should have been the final, says Dan. Yeah, Dan, wake up. You know why it was legendary? Because both teams didn't give a shit and sort of picked players that were bench players with first-team players. It wasn't a proper game, Dan. It wasn't real. Cucurella has done well there. And he'll win a corner. I was going to see the Odyssey in IMAX. I might cancel it now after seeing Matt Damon with an Argentinian fan. I'm absolutely disgusted. You and me too, Deacon. I was going to go and watch the Odyssey in the next couple of weeks. And it can piss off now. I'll go and watch something else. Sweden has been to just as many finals of the World Cup as England. Learn history, Mark, says Daniel. How many have you won? I don't want to get into a fight with Sweden. You're not that. It's like Spurs trying to get into a rivalry with United. I don't want a rivalry with Sweden. I'm just saying. You're one of the countries we can take the piss out of because we actually have won it. Actually, you are our rival now, Sweden. We can't use Spain or France or Argentina. Sweden are England's new rival. Look at Rodri there. What, has he gone back for a free kick because somebody touched Messi? Or is he giving a free kick to Spain? Yeah, he's giving a free kick to Spain. Should the final have been played in the Azteca, says Lewis? Well, I would love to have seen the final played in the Azteca. But I think it was because of... I think it's because like the United States probably put more money into the tournament and that's why they've had all the big games. I love the MetLife though. I love this stadium. A lot of Americans don't like it, but I think it's an incredible stadium. I think the final could have been Kansas, Dallas, SoFi. You know, there was some really, there was some others it could have been in. Is that Simeone lad playing, or have they got him on a muzzle somewhere ready to come on and break legs later? No, he's not playing, Nick. Him and Paredes not playing. They were obviously used to disrupt England, weren't they? The last thing you want to do after being knocked out of the World Cup is stick around for a third place game, says Jared. I think it's a joke. Argentina sweating, thinking my word, Spain are spanking us. Best call the president for help. Oh, bit of rivalry coming in here now. Oil Cruiser says Sweden hasn't even won all Euros. Denmark has. And Greece. Argentina only played night games and travelled the least of all the teams. When are you doing Premier League predictions after the transfer market, says Vishu? I think the Premier League starts on like the 22nd of August, doesn't it? So I normally do my Premier League predictions the week before that. Hydration break. I thought it was raining then. Look, it's not going terribly for Argentina at the moment. I would concede that. It's not absolutely terrible because they're not losing. And if you can stay in a game, as we know with Argentina, they are quite... how do you say, good at that, at hanging about. But I do think if Spain score, it's going to be a very difficult game for them. Are you doing Baller League? Well, I wouldn't confirm it if I was, but the answer at the moment is, I don't know. Mick Jagger's a bad omen, by the way. I love his music. I really do. But I always see Mick Jagger. I remember 98 against Argentina. Mick Jagger was in the crowd before the game, and I was thinking, oh yeah, we lost. And he was in the crowd the other day, and we lost. I'm not saying we're going to win the World Cup when Mick Jagger dies, but he does tend to turn up in the crowd when we're going to get knocked out. Jamie O'Hara's a right miserable prat, isn't he? Dead World Cup final so far. Pitch looks baggy, dry as hell, crap. I think the last 10 minutes has drifted, but I thought the first 15 minutes it was good. Can you say happy birthday to my mate Jacob, says Will. Happy birthday, Jacob. Hope you're having a good day. Mukhar says, that's Matt Damon's wife. She is from Argentina. Well, he should divorce her then, shouldn't he? It's that simple. I liked you. I fell in love with you, but you are supporting Argentina. So you're out. Get lost. What was it? What was it? De Niro said in Heat: never attach yourself to something that you can't walk away from in 20 seconds when you see the heat. Well, she's wearing an Argentinian shirt. 20 seconds is counting down. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. Can't wait to see Spain lift the World Cup at the Emirates, says Shinobi. Should have watched the third place match. Good fun. I did. Just because I didn't do a fucking watch along doesn't mean I actually did enjoy the second half. I think at this World Cup has tarnished Messi's legacy with all the controversy. Do you think the World Cup has tarnished Messi's legacy with all the controversies? Says Outlaw Seeker. Look, I think Argentina have had preferential treatment. I just think it's how much you want to think about that. We do need a goal here, though. Thanks for all the streams. It's been a pleasure, says Rahul. Well, thank you for being part of them. Cucurella hair count as 2 additional defenders, says Marco. And that Trevor Noah is wearing Spain jersey. Every jersey he wore in this World Cup, that team has lost. Also, Argentina is getting away with challenges, says Nitro. I don't know who this Trevor Noah is. I do know who it is because he's been doing some live streams. Romano was on one. I've never heard of him before in my life. It's funny how, he's obviously very popular, but I've never heard of him before. I think he's South African. Is he a South African comedian or something? Thanks for the World Cup coverage. I've loved it, says Amy. Trump hates Spain. You know how this ends, says Rebecca. But people were saying Matt Damon had a Brazilian, says Oil Cruiser. I don't want penalties, says James. For Argentina, I think that makes them favourites with Martinez. Why the hate for third place? Don't get it. Is everyone suddenly feeling too good for a bronze medal, which is usually a great achievement? Yeah, we don't like it. Scissor. It's got nothing to do with England. I don't like it, full stop. I think it's a waste of time. McAllister did a hand of God, says Cooper. Oh, I don't know why he's not been booked yet. Lovely play, Boehner. Crap cross. England's young strikers after Kane leaves is quite worrying. The only one I can think of is Josh King. We need a breakthrough from someone in an academy. We do. We do. If you're a young, up-and-coming footballer, definitely model yourself on R9 or Lewandowski and learn the game. Irish Ryan says Trump doesn't hate Spain. Argentina's got no pattern of play, says Drew. Well, this is why Tuchel's a prat. Because Argentina find it very difficult to get up to their attack. They have all tournament. They can't play up to the front. So what did England do when they were 1-0 up? Oh, we'll invite them to the edge of our box. That's a dive by McAllister. I thought we weren't giving these fouls anymore. Dived. Come on, Spain. Also, Muppets are on at half-time, says Becky Hale. JH says, my Sunday League game is at 6 p.m. USA. What would you do? Go or not go? Right now, we only have 12 showing. 6 p.m. USA. Eastern time. And it's 3:30 in the afternoon, Eastern time. This will be finished at 5. You can still go. This will be done in normal time. This won't go to extra time. He says. Spain is the greatest team at keeping the ball. Cheers, Mark. We need a non-controversial final that sees the best team winning, which for me is Spain. They'll score. Spain will find a way in 90 minutes. Oh, we're only 300 away from 20,000. Thanks everyone who's getting involved. I don't know. They still haven't had a shot on target, but to be fair, Spain's only had one as well. Who are your signings for That's Football? Oh, yeah, I'll sit and tell them now. Gary will lose his shit. Oh, Cucurella with the cross. To be fair, in the transfer window of That's Football, I would say I'm Jason Wilcox and Gary is Berta. So I am giving the credit. Hi, Mark. Just want to say thanks for all your entertainment throughout the World Cup. I like to judge my life by... No, we haven't got Liam Delap. No. I like to judge my life by each World Cup. Hope the next 4 years is good to everyone. Where do you think you will be by the next World Cup? Bobby, you know what? I don't know where I'll be by the next week. I just don't... I can't do that. I did used to do it when I was a bit younger, but not now. I just think 4 years is a long time, innit? But I know what you mean. I did used to do it when I was younger. Tuchel got England playing the game so right for the first 60 minutes, but then ended up getting it so wrong after that point of scoring. Be interesting if Spain went ahead, what they would do. Because Argentina can't get up the pitch. All tournament, they just can't get up the pitch. The only time they get up the pitch is when they're losing. Like Egypt sat back for 2-0 and loud. You can't let one of the world's best players on the edge of the box get to the edge of the box. And that was England's mistake. Only bronze game I can remember was when Turkey beat South Korea in 2002. I will only tune into a bronze game and if it means something for at least one of the nations. For this World Cup, it didn't mean anything, says Olka. I don't remember any third place games. Oh, no, the only one I remember was Italy against England in Italia 90. And the only reason I remember that is because it was my first World Cup. And I remember watching it and going, what a load of shit. The refs are at it again. 2 bad tackles, no yellow, says Leonardo. Trump loathes Spain. NATO contributions, says Rebecca. Liam Delap is the new forward for England, says Mitish. Why is no one complaining against horrible refereeing in favour of Argentina? Do you think United board is so competent to close on 3 more signings? Woof, woof. 2 questions. You got me woofing like a dog. We do talk about the refereeing, mate, but it's just so sustainably consistent now that you almost just hope that Spain defeat it. That's a lovely ball. This is better. Look at Spain. This is lovely play. Can they create a chance, though? That's the problem. Here's Cucurella. It's bad. The crossing's been shit. Olmo. Martinez heads it away. Yeah, as if you're getting a fucking handball. Referee didn't even see it. Play on. This type of match is better than England-France match any day of the week, says Scotty. My final bet of this tournament, Mikel Merino to come on and score the winner. I've lost every bet so far. This could be the one, says Nick P. Amazing how bang average Argentina look when a team plays football against them. Tuchel take note. I mean, they've done nothing, one each wonder. It's a smash and grab tactic. That's what they're trying to do. When will you do a door giveaway, says Cull. Thank you very much. I can't wait for Delap leading the line in 2030, says AMC. Sarcasm. Scholes said in all the years he played for England, he never felt they had control of any game, even when they beat Germany 5-1. Well, he's Ashish. I know Scholes played, but you don't need to be on the pitch to understand that. You can observe it as a fan. You know, I've never seen an England team look after the ball. It's always lovely. Oh, Elmo. A Yazabel straight at the keeper. Long way out. Yeah, we can't keep the ball. We can't keep the ball. It's a shot on target anyway. I've just realised my bet builder's flawed here. I've realised I'm absolutely stupid. So my bet builder with Boyle Sports, link in the description, scan the QR code. I have Spain to win, which can happen. A Yazbel to score at any time, which can happen. Over 5.5 corners, which can happen. Both teams to score. I'm not 100% sure about that. And Alvarez to have over 2.5 shots. Argentina haven't even had a shot. Not sure how that's going to work. I've got another question for you as well. First question I'll give you the answer to at half time. How many times have Argentina and Spain played each other in the World Cup? Second question, when was the last time the Golden Boot winner also won the FIFA World Cup at the same tournament, and who was it? I'll let you know that at half time as well. 2 good questions for the final from Boyle Sports. Back yourself with Boyle Sports. 18 plus UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and on the screen. They are good questions. England wouldn't be able to cope with Spain. Argentina only is because of their defence is better than England. I do think they've got the best defence in the league. Oh, a yellow card! I can't believe it! Oh my God! I'm going to fall off my chair. Oh! He's booked an Argentinian. I've broken my back. I'll never get up again. I'll never walk again. I can't walk. I can't speak. He's booked. He's booked. He's booked. He's booked an Argentinian. It must be mistaken identity. Can we go to VAR? Can we go to VAR? What's going on? How has that happened? The referee must be pissed. He's gone rogue. Infantino and Trump are going mad. Get rid of him. Yeah, get rid of him. We can't do that, Donald. We can't do it. Yeah, get rid of him. I'm writing a new rule now. Yeah, just we sub the ref. We sub the ref, and yeah, and at the same time we send off 2 Spanish players for 10 minutes. I'm making the rules up here. How would you feel if United signed Ruiz as a third midfielder? He's a bit old, 2720, and would never do it, but he's a good player. That's lovely play. It's a little dink. Oh, there's no one on the back post for Spain. Do you think the refs look like? Do you think the ref looks like Figo? I see what you're talking about. Yes, Langford. Who would be your dream top 5 number 6s for United? Well, it's too late, mate. My dream top 5 number 6s are gone. So you're basically asking me to shop in Aldi, which ain't a bad place, for my top 5. But in May, it would have been Tonali, Cimini, Anderson. Lovely feet by Ruiz. Bruno G. The only thing I would say in favour of Argentina is Spain might, I don't think they will, but Spain might start to just think, shot by Cucurella just wide. They might start to get a little bit nervous in the second half, knowing that if they made a mistake at the back, they'd be in trouble. What do you think about the all-female panel for the Men's World Cup final on ITV? Yeah, you're not going to catch me out on that, Bailey, but if you don't like it, you're allowed not to like it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, he's coming off. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, for fuck's sake. He's been playing a game every bloody 3 days, and then in the final, he's gone and got a bloody injury, hasn't he? He'll be out for about 6 months now. He only plays for Argentina. May as well call him Madonna. He's only interested in Argentinian things. He's off. He's finished. He's done a muscle in his thigh. That's it. He'll be out for 3 months now. He's played every fucking few days for 6 weeks, and then in the last game, he's gone and got a bloody injury, hasn't he? Fucking hell. I mean, it's a blow for Argentina. We are watching. I'm completely talking as a United fan here. It's a blow for Martinez and it's a blow for Argentina. He's out of the final. But that is a big problem for United because he does keep getting injured. It's not an ACL. I don't think it's an ACL. I think it looked like a thigh, front of the leg. I think Otamendi will come on. Hurt more, Lissandro or De Ligt, says Corey. Well, to be fair to De Ligt, he's only had one injury. Martinez story, no pace, gets booked, gets injured, says Robert McCormack. Oh, Robert, you're always there to kick someone when they're down, aren't they? Unless it's Harry Kane or Mason Mount, where they can do no wrong. I've got an interesting thing to say, actually. You can clip me up on this. I think this would do quite well if you've got socials, right? Actually, I should have told our producer about it. Matt, get ready for this. I was thinking about this today. Went down to the shop with my daughter, who's not really into football. It's my oldest. She's at uni. She's not at uni anymore because it's the summer. And she's really got into the football. She was watching the game last night in her room. And she loves Jude Bellingham. I don't think it's all to do with his footballing ability. But she was like, Jude Bellingham's England's best player. Like, England need to build around him. And I said, well, we have got Harry Kane. And she said, yeah, but he just doesn't look like he's up to it. Hopefully he won't be in the next World Cup. I thought, oh, you're just one of those fans who starts watching football and thinks you know everything. But to be fair, you make a good point. Because Harry Kane is brilliant. Like, I see him for Bayern, I see him for Spurs. Harry Kane is brilliant. There's no doubt he's a world-class striker, right? But I said this during the Euros. I would have dropped Harry Kane for Ollie Watkins. And as much as I think Harry Kane's amazing, in an England shirt, I think he's a passenger. We do not get Harry Kane, the best out Harry Kane. He'll score a load of goals in the qualifiers. He'll score a load of goals in friendlies. But when it comes to tournaments, he doesn't deliver. And he's an amazing striker. He is world class. But you are allowed to say this. Steven Gerrard didn't deliver in an England shirt. He was still world class. We need to start having this conversation. Would England have been better in this World Cup sticking Ivan Toney up front, running in behind, or Ollie Watkins running in behind? Or were we better with Harry Kane, who was knackered, dropping deep to centre-back? I don't think Harry Kane actually suits the way England want to play. He is world class, but in tournament football, I think it's a problem more than it's a solution. That's my opinion on it. He did score 6 goals. I know he scored 6 goals, but I thought against Norway he was missing. Argentina he was missing, and that's the business end of the tournament, isn't it? And I love Harry Kane. I think he's you see him for Bayern Munich, he's amazing, but too often in the big games for England, he's either really tired or he's ineffective. It's a hot take. That's the whole point. Oh, don't make Messi do that nod. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. Congratulations, England, on 3rd place, says I. Watch Ineos buy Romero now because of the injury. Mate, if we buy fucking Romero, we are stupid as shit. I mean, I can't deal with Romero. Actually, if you want good content on the United stand, sign Romero, because he will send me on the regular. If he, can you imagine him getting sent off for a 2-footer? I'd be there going, "You selfish twat! You're a fucking selfish twat! I knew it! I bloody knew it!" This is the guy that we never want to sell because he's passionate. At least we won't offer him another contract. Sad we won't get any money, says Billy Bob. Beth just messaged me there about it. I'm sure she'll talk about it on the show tomorrow. I've always said one more injury for Martinez and you've got a big decision to make. I said one more injury for Martinez in the next 6 months and we've got a big decision to make. And let's see how long that injury is, but I'd say we probably do have a big decision to make. Martinez is Argentinian, sure. Always injured for us during the season when we need him, but gets magically fit for the World Cup, says Quantum. Go Spain, go Man United, go Mark G, go USA, go DJ, JD. Thank you very much. Martinez is becoming the new Luke Shaw, says VBA. Is that Luke Shaw in disguise, says John United. Can I be cynical and say he's going out because he's on a yellow, says Gentle Snow. I don't think I would ever do that in a World Cup final. I don't think I'd pull myself out. And then he said pull myself off. I'd never pull myself off in a World Cup final. But yeah, I mean, I don't think he's pulled himself out deliberately. But Gentle Snow says maybe. Maybe he has. 6 goals in 7 games is ineffective, says Hayden. Yeah, I said it was my take, mate. I've thought it through and I stand by it. How many goals did Harry Kane score in the quarter-final and the semi-final? And who's to say that Ollie Watkins wouldn't have scored 6 goals as well? Maybe, Hayden, the truth is we should sub Harry Kane off sometimes. Maybe the truth is we shouldn't keep him on for every minute of every game. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe when he's not playing well, we take him off, but we don't. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe Harry Kane is world class like I think he is, but maybe sometimes he needs subbing. Maybe that's the halfway ground. Would you rather Spain win or Argentina win with cheating? But cheating is for the whole world to see, so Argentina and FIFA get rinsed just for banter, says Savish. Yeah, I don't think Argentina will care about getting rinsed or bantered. I think they care about Argentina winning. Mark wanted Mount as false 9, says Robert McCormack. No, I didn't. When did I say that? Your commentary is a million times better than the American ones I have to listen to. Thank you, says Audio Guy. Thank you very much for being part of the show. Make sure you subscribe. We're at half time now. It's we've got 23,000 people watching. Thank you as always. Right, I mean, I don't know what shit we're going to have to put up with now. Apparently, there's going to be a half time show. Let's wait and see. I've got my own halftime show for you. It's basically a song I'm writing at the moment. I haven't thought of a melody for it yet, but it goes a little bit like this. I'm thinking about Wonderwall. I don't know why. I'm just thinking about that. I'd be strumming all day. I'll leave it. Don't fall over. So we have Heaven Yorrow and an ageing Maguire. Shaw's going to be injured until 2028. We're doomed. I love that. I'm not Wayne Rooney. I love that. Imagine Alvarez to United. Yeah, wake up, mate. You're living in cloud cuckoo land. It's never going to happen. Rooney been to Trump's barber, says Chris Jackson. You've made me go to the BBC now. I haven't looked at the BBC yet, but I do like Wazza. So I'll have a look at his haircut. I'll have a look at his barnet. Here he is. Joe Hart's got a rug on, hasn't he? Didn't Joe Hart have less hair? Or am I getting him wrong? Mika looks like Sonic the Hedgehog. Wazza has gone for the long on top, short on the sides. And I don't know whether that's Joe Hart's hair. Hart's had a hair transplant. But he was sponsored by Head and Shoulders, wasn't he? Mika definitely has got the Sonic haircut. He's in America. He likes American things now. I like his suit, though. I do like his suit. Who do you think would win in an arm wrestle, me or Mika? It's not about how big it is. It's not about how big it is. Anyway, I'm going back to ITV now because I want to look at the... lovely background. It's making me sad. It's making me sad. How many more? We're not going to get to see it again. Martinez is injury prone. United fans don't want to admit it. Another injury and a likely long layoff. United need a centre back. We've literally just admitted it, JJ. Mark Goldstring says Ryle. Thanks for all the World Cup streams, says Sully Griffin. Big love to you and your entire community from Boston. Lots of amazing connections and memories made. I've loved it. I've loved it. Standout stadiums for me: SoFi, Azteca, and Seattle. I loved Seattle. I don't know what it was. It was a niche stadium. But there, look at that background. Look at that. I tell you what, I know it's Keane, Neville, and Ian Wright, but you could literally put Lee Dixon, Jamie O'Hara, and Gabby Agbonglahor there. All very below average pundits. I'd still love it. I love the background. I love it. I absolutely love that background. Yeah, there's something about Seattle for me. What was your nuanced favourite stadium of this World Cup? Because I think the Azteca, the SoFi, they're very obvious. But I just loved Seattle. Monterrey was nice. Monterrey was nice. It had that nice mountain in the background. But I just loved Seattle. I loved it. Right in the city. The triangle stand behind the ground. I loved it. Martinez is injury prone. We've done that. Gold bars and melody, says Gecko. JJ Gabriel should be the next England striker. Is he a striker, Mrs. Stone? Goldbridge, you should play as a strong. That will be the real half-time show. And Nketiah, next England striker, scored a few yesterday. No. You're having a laugh. Nketiah's not it, LJ. I can't believe Arsenal got the money they did. He's not it. He's 27 as well. You're having a laugh. Is he having a laugh? Mark, do you follow or play golf at all? No. Quick answer, Mango, no. Yeah, got no interest in it at all. Ow! Ow! I think I've got arthritis in my toe. That's what happens when you play lots of living room football. My feet are done. Oh. Water under the bridge, says Pret. Shout out to David Montalel on Spotify, who may be FIFA's future artist for 2030 World Cup. Listen to his summer album instead of the halftime show, says Alexander. There we go. Who's more attractive, Bellingham or Pitt, says KRC. I wouldn't know. Kane didn't start against France and we scored 6. Imagine if Kane didn't play in the World Cup. Love your commentary, says Sten. Why does this always happen to us, says Colo. Mark, I've done that one as well. LA, Seattle, Monterrey, and Dallas for me, says Albert. And everyone's digging out Martinez, says Luke's older brother. But nobody says a word about Frankie de Jong, who cost 75 million and has made 0 appearances for United since Ten Hag signed him. John says, here comes the United fan accounts with the tissues out. FIFA covering his wages. Yeah, that probably will happen, to be fair. What is this? That's Madonna, the artist formerly known. Oh my God, why is she doing that? Looks like she's taking a dump. What? She's just doing that because she's in her 60s. I don't want to see that. If somebody's eating their dinner, it's disgusting. What's going on? She's there. There's Ronaldinho and Ronaldo. That's the best bit about it. She don't know who they are. She ain't got a bloody clue. This isn't live. This isn't live. This isn't live. This is highly choreographed music video. She'll come out into the stadium in a minute and make it out look, you can nearly see it all. It's nearly coming out. This is disgusting. She's old enough to be a great gran. Oh, no one wants to watch this. My gran at that age was walking around in floral dresses to her ankle, knitting. This is disgraceful. She's 67. Here she comes. Ronaldo and Ronaldinho are the best bit about this. It is a bit cringe. It's like a fever dream. Yeah. Okay, people are running across the pitch now. Oh, the Muppets. That's the best bit. Don't know who he is. It's got a stick. Someone just said to Madonna, put it away. Put it away. Things can only get better. English fans are the only ones complaining, says Irish Ryan. Why do you have to make it about the English, mate? You seem a bit obsessed with the English, Irish Ryan. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of non-English people who are a bit disgusted by Madonna spreading her legs. The Muppets are good. Animal. If you know, you know. Roo, roo, roo. Ronaldinho is a natural. Ronaldo forced smile like he's in a hostage video, says Chiri. All we need is Graham Norton commentating on this, says Chris Jackson. Would you take Mora? Is Bruno downfall incoming? Weird question, Bazero. Utter woke nonsense, says Audio Guy. Apparently iShow Speed's going to be on this at some point as well. So get ready for that. Some of you will be very excited, some of you won't. Sam says, yuck. Make you smile, says you light up my day, Mark. What do you think Yara and Heaven can learn from Kabasi? Do they have what it takes to reach his level? Hope so. Mr. Centino says, I'm American and I hate this trash. Not needed at all. Sorry to the world for this trash. I don't think it suits football. I really don't. It just isn't football, this. It's not. Mook says, do you know why they call Martinez the Butcher? Because when everyone's playing, he's at home beating his... Oh, no, okay, that's just wrong. It's just wrong. I reckon this is that M-bop shit. I can't remember. Seb likes it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. What's it called? M-bop or something? K-pop, that's it. Yeah. M-bop is bop. That was years ago. Yeah, I don't get K-pop. I used to eat Special K, but that's about it. What the hell is this, says Danny. Remember when Madonna got ragged off the stage at the Brit Awards by her cloak, says Gems. Respect for not streaming the third match. Who cares, says AU. Who welded that mask onto Madonna, says Hey Now. And to be fair to the Muppets, do represent Infantino and cronies, a bunch of prats, says Shane. Code says, do you think Chelsea have one of the strongest front threes with Palmer, Rodgers and Pedro? We'll have to wait and see, Codes. Scooby-Doo says Jewish. Thank you. I've never watched this show, so I don't get it. Ted Lasso. Is that David Beckham's son? It is, isn't it? I mean, fucking hell. That is a big glow-up thing, isn't it? If you get to play... Is that David? Oh, it's Justin Bieber, sorry. was going to say, what an opportunity for David Beckham's son. I thought it was David Beckham's son. I'm not with it. I thought it was, I've seen him on Instagram doing a few gigs, and I thought, bloody hell, Beckham's pulled a few strings there. It's Justin Bieber. Yeah, I did think it was Beckham's son. Didn't realise Coxie could play the drums, says Luke. Madonna, definitely old enough to be your great-gran. Not old enough to be a great-gran, not even old enough to be a mum, Mark. Let's stop lying. Of course she's old enough to be my bloody mum. She's 67. You can have a kid at 16. Didn't realise Coxie could play the drums, says Luke. I've done that one. I would rather have the Falklands than the World Cup. I would rather have the Falklands than the World Cup, says AMC Deacon. How many artists do you want? FIFA? Yes, says Purple Burglar Alarm. Welcome to the USA, says Mandlin. Very sorry. Pisses me off because this is against the rules again, says Liam. We won't do this. You know what? I've loved the stadiums. I've loved the tournament. But this and hydration breaks won't be happening in the next World Cup. So start off the season, we have Yoro, Heaven and Maguire, says yours. It's a half-time show. I mean, the camera works good. It's got that sort of orange tint. I'm not very good with cameras, but it's got like a nostalgic HD kick to it. But you know what? As a football fan, what the fuck? Like, I do not give a shit about Justin Bieber or Madonna in a footballing sense. I've got no interest at all. I don't know what am I supposed to be doing here. I mean, I'd be having a poo. Oh, here we go, Shakira. I mean, at least she's got something to do with football. You don't even need the audio for Shakira. You can just watch the dance music. She's one of those artists that you don't need the music for. This is better. Because she did the music, she did the song for South Africa. Actually, one of me and the wife's favourite artists, because when we first got together, she put that song out called, you know, one where she talks about she's got breasts bigger than mountains. I can't remember what it is. She's just doing this to piss off PK. She is. She's saying, look at what you could have won, and you let it go. I don't know what she's saying. She's probably literally saying to PK, look at me. I just realised it's a load of kids dancing with her. I just did not notice that. Did she swap them? She's a good dancer though, isn't she, Shakira? You got to admit. Shakira is very hot. I'm melting, says Irish Right. No, I just think I think that's by the by. I think she's much better, says Sam Commissar. Sam, sorry. With Martinez and De Ligt out, we only have 3 centre-back. Mate, I really couldn't give a shit, Cheery, about Man United's centre-back dilemma. We're watching a fantastic dance here from Shakira. Can we just appreciate this half-time show from Shakira and stop worrying about next season and Man United's centre-back problems? I mean, some of you need to get a life. The players have to cool down sat through this, says Stephen. And that's what happens when USA hosts a World Cup, says Away. Jid says, I forgot there's a World Cup going on. There's Pele. Oh my God, if it really is Pele, this would be a surprise. This would be the shock to end all shocks. If Pele's alive, I think it was just a bit of video. J-Lo says, do you think they should have a similar point system like they do in the Premier League to break a tie in the FIFA World Cup for 3rd and 4th place? Mate, fucking hell. You're thinking about that way too much. Another one about the bloody Martinez centre-back. Mate, I don't care. Here's Miss Piggy. No, it literally is Miss Piggy. I wasn't being offensive to anybody else like Madonna. It literally is Kermit and Miss Piggy. It's the Muppet Show. Frog. Him and De Ligt, Maguire, Heaven and Yoro is not enough, says Andy. I want to volley Justin Bieber, says Garnaldo. As a Liverpool fan, going to miss being on the same page as you. See you in 2 years. Thanks for the watch along, says Sam. Mark, with limited options now, who are your favourite number 6 and other positions? You know, why are you asking me about Man United's transfer window? I mean, I have dropped enough hints that this is not the United stand. I really don't want to talk about Man United. It's Nanny Mark, says Danny. This show is to be over half an hour long. Oh, for fuck's sake. This is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Those hips don't lie, says Scorpio. This is what American fans, football fans deal with during... Oh, I do the Super Bowl. I do the Super Bowl watch-along on here every year. I expect it on the NFL. I don't expect it at half-time in a 0-0 World Cup final. Yeah. PK went for a younger model, says JJ. They always do. David's bored. He wants the game back on. Rodgers to Chelsea. Here we go. Didn't happen yesterday. Halftime show is my biggest hate watch of the tournament, says Soul Sports News. It's a good job there's no drug test for the halftime show, says Lead. Shakira is so hot, done that one. And couldn't they do a 30-minute Shakira show, says VBA. Doesn't the players risk injury after playing for 45 minutes and then they stay in the dressing room during this whole thing? Yes. Well, ITV have just gone to an ad break. Which reminds me, we are sponsored by Boyle Sports. Links in the description. Scan the QR code. My bet builder is not looking good. So a bet builder is something you can do through Boyle Sports where you put a load of things together in one bet. I've got Spain to win, Yazbel to score at any time, over 5.5 corners, both teams to score, Alvarez to have over 2.5 shots. We may have had over 5.5 corners. I'm not too sure. Spain may win the game, but as I check here, I don't actually think Argentina had a shot on goal at all in that first half. I will just confirm that for you. No corners, no shots on target, and 35% possession. So, yeah, not looking good for me there. Back yourself with Ball Sports, though. 18 plus, UK and Ireland only. Please bet responsibly. Terms and conditions are in the description and on the screen. We did ask you 2 questions, actually. If you got these right, well done. If you got one of them, well done. If you didn't get any of them, fair play. They are quite difficult. Before this match tonight, how many times have Spain and Argentina played each other in the FIFA World Cup tournament matches? The answer is only 1. Their only prior World Cup meeting was in 1966 group stage, where Argentina won 2-1. I mean, that's amazing, isn't it? We were saying how it was Messi's first time playing against England. But Argentina have played England a few times. 2002, 1998, 1986. But Spain and Argentina have only met once in the World Cup before. And that was 1966. That's incredible. Also, the second question was, when was the last time the Golden Boot winner also won the FIFA World Cup at the same tournament? And who was it? Well, the answer is, you may have just seen him there, standing with Madonna, holding her up. It was Ronaldo, 2002, R9. He won the Golden Boot by scoring 8 goals and helped lead Brazil to their 5th World Cup title in 2002. 2 cracking questions there. Thank you very much to Bull Sports. Nitro says, I'll be 10,000 years old when Wales are in the finals. I think with the increasing size of the World Cup, and I've got to be honest, it hasn't been as bad as I thought it was going to be. I actually think FIFA increased the World Cup for money, but it might actually increase the talent of teams in future because it's not been that bad. And with 48 teams in the World Cup, and the Euros obviously gets bigger as well, I think the chances of Scotland and Wales and Ireland and Northern Ireland going to a World Cup have probably increased. From that fireworks bronze final to a more technical masterclass by Spain against France, Messi ain't beating Mbappe record with this tough Spain side, says Citizen King. VAR check complete. Diana Ross penalty went in, says Chris Jackson. England to win Euro 2028 thoughts, says HWT. I mean, I think Spain will still be a very good team. I think Zidane with France will make them good. I think if Portugal had a good manager, they could be decent as well. Germany at some point will bounce back. I mean, the World Cup is a better tournament than the Euros. But when you think about it, Argentina are the only team outside of Europe that has made this a World Cup. And they have got to the final, to be fair. But look at the 4 semi-finalists, 3 of them European. Look at the quarter-finalists. Argentina, there was 6 European clubs in that. So Germany have got Klopp as well. I tell you what, it'd be a good Euros. Spain will be good. Germany will have Klopp. France will have Zidane. Home tournament for England. Do you reckon Martinez's injury is karma for holding up that flag, says James? Well, if you want to. Wish we had a camera on Roy Keane during that, says Robert McCormack. How dare they steal our Vuvuzela, says Inferno. And God bless plastic surgery. Not seen Madonna look like that since she was in Playboy, says Block. Manan's fuming, says Gamaldo. How's it going? How is the game going? Been walking my greyhound, says Tony. Well, I think you've probably done the right thing, Tony, because you can tune in for the second half and basically have a 45-minute half, because that that second half was not great. I mean, Argentina have been embarrassingly bad, and I think it just reflects badly on England, doesn't it? It does reflect badly on England. Portugal have a new coach. He's called Jorge Jesus, says Luke Styles. Don't know much about him. I mean, I know he was the manager of Ronaldo, so it probably doesn't do much for Ronaldo not playing in the Euros. But from a managerial career, he has got a book. He has got a list. Al Nazir, Al Hilal, Fenerbahce, Benfica, Flamengo, Al Hilal, Sporting, Benfica, Braga. Fucking hell. And then a load of others as well. But he's never managed anybody big. He's managed a lot of Portuguese sides and a lot of Saudi Arabian sides. Players are coming out for the second half at last. Thank you everybody who's tuned in throughout this World Cup, by the way. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Let's see what this final 45 minutes brings. Hopefully we get a goal. I think Spain will score eventually. Argentina's only hope is to... I mean, it's an embarrassment from Argentina. No shots, no corners. They really have struggled. Sending love from Australia. Who do you reckon will win, says Ryan. I mean, if Argentina won this, it would be a smash and grab. I mean, you can't rule it out, but surely Spain. I would have preferred Mr. Goldbridge strumming on his guitar for half an hour over that halftime show. Anyway, hoping for some action this half, says Marge. Thank you very much. Portugal have a new coach, says Luke. Why can't this game be played at night, says Hamza. From that far, I've done that one as well. There we go. Rooney just said on live TV that the halftime show was crap. He ain't wrong, Mike. Mark, can we borrow and host the Euros? What do you want in exchange? European football is unmatched. We love it, says Nat. I'd love a Euros in the United States. That would be, I mean, can we do that? Could you run a Euros in a different continent? We'll just rent out American stadiums for it. I mean, it's far-fetched, but I won't mind it. Thank you for the watch-alongs. Really helps people like me who have no football fans. Hopefully Rangers win the SPFL. You know what? Baldy, I always think about this when it's the start of a season where there's a Euros or a World Cup at the end of it. It's always quite nice knowing that when the season ends in May, you've then got a major tournament to take you to the middle of July, and then it's only a few weeks till the start of the season again. So we are only a few weeks away from Scottish football, Championship football, Bundesliga football, Premier League football. They've even changed the international breaks this year as well, which I think is going to make it better. There's only 2 international breaks before Christmas now instead of 3. They are slightly longer, but I don't really mind that. How would England do against this Spain side? Oh, we would have lost, SG. We would have lost. What are you drinking, says Real Mr. Starfish. I'm just drinking water tonight. So Paredes is coming on for Gonçalves. I wonder if that means they're going to be a little bit more aggressive. Check out Ronaldinho's latest post, says Edwin. No, I don't really want to. Can you just tell me what he said? Let's have a look. Oh shit, I missed the start of the second half. You're just in a bath. Know what's all that about? Right, let's get this second half timer on the screen. We've had 45. Oh, I missed a chance here. Straight at the keeper. I mean, they've had a few shots. It's not very good ones. Argentina yet to have a chance. What are we at? 46 and 10. Thing is, Argentina will get a chance at some point. And can they smash and grab it? My partner is a Chelsea fan and she heard rumours that Salah wanted to go back to them, but he's going to sign for Besiktas instead, says Dino. He wouldn't cut it in the Premier League anymore. Salah, Hamza, Dino. Which team has been the most impressive and which has been the biggest letdown? Also, apologies for my stupid comment earlier, says Hamza. I mean, Spain are the team that's trying to play football. Argentina have been very disappointing because they can't. I mean, I said it in the first half. Tuchel's stupid mistake was allowing Tuchel's stupidest mistake at 1-0 was sitting and parking the bus because Argentina actually can't play up the pitch. They've won their first corner here, though. Or have they? Yes, they have. Messi with the corner. How did that get given as a corner? I thought they had VAR. Oh no, it hit his boot. You're right, it did hit his boot. It was a corner. It looked like it hit the Argentinian player, but it hit Laporte's boot on the bottom. If it wasn't a corner, they would have overruled it. That's what I'm saying. It was a corner. Reckon Amrim should have taken over Portugal. I don't think he was offered it, Mrs. Stone. Let's see if FIFA give any instructions to the referees in the second half, says James. Please ask Gavin to make me a cup of tea, says Michael. Or Michaela. Sorry, not Michael. Michaela Moore. Gavin, make her a cup of tea. Please. My partner is a Chelsea fan. Done that one. Thank you, Dino. Mainu's injury is minor, Ryan. I won't worry about it. Well, Argentina look like they're going to make another sub here. I think that's Barrios, isn't it? No, it's Medina, the left back. Tagliafico coming off then. Argentina have been very unimpressive, but I just wonder whether they're... I wonder if they're trying to just play for extra time and penalties, you know? Are you worried about Martinez's injury? I mean, it'll be muscular, so... he's going to be out for a few weeks, I would say, if not maybe longer. Start bench sell, fish and chips, lasagna or a curry. I tell you, I had a lovely curry tonight. Cafe Chutney, I think I got it from, which was in... I forget where it is. Lapworth way, I think. But... I love lasagna. I'd have to start lasagna. I'd probably bench curry and then sell fish and chips. I used to like fish and chips, but I find them a bit stodgy now. Bit bland. Martinez just said back for the Copa America, says Robert McCormack. Thanks for the membership there, Carl. Start bench sell Bonnie Tyler, Stephen Tyler or Martin Tyler. I'll sell Steven Tyler, I'll bench Martin Tyler, and I'll start Bonnie Tyler because she wrote 2 classics. She sang in 2 classics. Trump and Infantino are the refs in the VAR room, says Philippe. Oh, it's kicking off a little bit here. Why is Paredes going in pushing Laporte? I don't just push someone. That Paredes is a right little shit. Yeah, book him. Just push 2 players. He's walking around pushing people on the floor like he's bloody John Cena. So Rodri gets the ball. I mean, that's what Paredes is on the pitch for. He did it to England. I did say that when he came on. Is that what he's on the pitch for? Oh, is he booking a Spanish player as well to even it out? Oh, he's doing it again. It's not a red. It's not a red. He's a thug, though. He'll get that Simeone on in a minute. This is exactly what they did to England. They brought Paredes started the game against us, and he's just a thug. Maybe that's the plan. Slow the game down. Second half. I'd get Nico Williams on, I would. Direct pace. Argentina won't like it. Carl McAdams just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, sir. Italy 2006 aggression. Start, bench, sell. Scholes, Rodri, Kante. Says Tim McKinn. Well, look, remember, I've seen the entirety of the Premier League, so some people would do this when they haven't seen it all. I mean, I'm always going to start Scholes because I'm biased. I'd probably put Rodri ahead of Kante. Fantastic players, all 3. Argentina have actually had 2 yellow cards in this final. Remember that World Cup final between Spain and the Netherlands, Howard Webb? Oh my God, talk about... That wasn't corrupt, that was just incompetence. I mean, remember the tackle by De Jong? I can't remember who it was on, but it was horrific. Yes, they've been given some preferential treatment, but the hate campaign directed against Argentina this tournament seems just as much of as an orchestrated agenda as that levied against France, against FIFA, says Robbo. You might be right, Robbo, but I think what the problem is that when you are favoured, people don't like you. Spain have got to create a chance here. Oh, why did they not go to Yamal there? That was brilliant play by Spain, but the pass was Yamal. That needed to end up in the back of the net. That was brilliant play by Spain. One-touch passing. It's just the final ball's just betraying them at the moment. Messi very deep here. So he's doing a bit of a Harry Kane at the moment, Messi. He's having to come very deep just to get a touch on the ball. Yeah, lovely play. Watch this by Spain. The one-touch passing is brilliant. Ruiz. Oyarzabal. He's just got to play. I don't know why he doesn't play it to Yamal. Tries to get a 1-2 off Ruiz. It's never on. It needed to go to it. It needs to go to Yamal there. I'm not doing a start bench sell on England and Man United players, David. Keane, Scholes, Neville. Lovely ball into Olmo. He's not going to cut that back. He did cut it back, and it's a corner. Actually, Keane, Scholes, Neville is easy. Keane starts, Scholes bench, Neville sold. Daniel Thompson says Spain are doing much better this half. You feel the goal is coming, and if they score it, I think that's it. Mark, you're getting fired. I don't think Gary's going to fire me for putting him third to Scholes and Keane. What's this? He fired. I was wrong. I was wrong. Spain are bossing this. Well, they are bossing it because Argentina haven't had a shot. Forget a shot on target. They haven't had a shot. That's a wild cross, that. Spain's quality in the final third has been poor, though. I mean, look, you know what? The longer this goes on, it just takes one chance for Argentina. Number 26 is coming on now. Melina. So does that mean they're changing both the fullbacks? Montiel off. Melina on. I thought Medina was coming on. Must have changed that. Rob Dobson says Gary Neville would put himself third to Keane and Scholes. To be fair, Gary Neville always puts himself behind Dennis Irwin, which is, you know, very true. Start bench sell. I don't want to do these, mate. It's the World Cup final. I'm just going to say I'm not reading any more out. Start bench sell. Henry, Rooney, Aguero, and then you want two? No, I'll do one. Henry, Rooney, Aguero. Sell Aguero. Henry and Rooney, I think, is just a personal choice. I prefer Rooney, so I'll bench Henry. But I respect a lot of people will bench Rooney for starting Henry. Yamal's been quiet. He's won it back though. I think Argentina are trying to press higher up the pitch. I mean, they've done nothing. I mean, if you're Messi, you must be sat there. He's seen it all. He's won the lot. And he'll be looking at this game going, I mean, imagine how many games Messi's played. And he'll be watching this game in his mind, thinking of all the games he's played, going, this ain't looking good if we don't start creating a chance. How many more fouls is Paradis going to give then? I mean, he could have had a second yellow for that. He's got to be skirting it. He's got to be skirting with it, hasn't he? He's just a thug. He's the Argentinian Vinnie Jones, isn't he? I tell you what, it's a very good. I watched it on Netflix the other night. I think it's about a year old now, but there's a Vinnie Jones sort of documentary film on Netflix. It's quite good. Some of the tackles he used to put in, fucking hell. Moreno soon, he's my final bet, says Nick P. Seeing Messi has kissed the West Wall, would you? Says my Chile. And yeah, Nick P, we haven't forgotten about your Moreno thing. Would you want to see Paredes sent off? I personally don't like games where it's 10 against 11. I think there's more chance of Spain scoring against 11 than there would be against 10. I was watching this Vinnie Jones thing though, and he's like, thing about me is I was never a dirty player. You know, I always go for the ball, and then you watch, they instantly cut to one of his tackles, and it's like literally all you're interested in is the player. Do you think Alvarez will get his move? Well, here we go. Pedri and Torres coming on. Ayazabal and Ruiz coming off. Probably, I'd like to see Nico Williams coming on, to be fair. Bit more direct. I always feel with Spain, I've always said this about Spain. I always think with Spain, and look, they've won Euros, they've won World Cups. But I always think with Spain, if they had a Lewandowski or a Haaland or a Kane or an Mbappe up front, they'd be the complete thing. But they still win the Euros and get to World Cup finals anyway. But they never really have, I mean, Raul, of course, but they never really have the out-and-out prolific goal scorer, do they? Was it £10,000 a seat, Fennick? He says, imagine paying £10,000 for a seat to watch this. Yeah, but you did get to see Shakira and Madonna. Morata, I think that's why they were so good in the Euros. I think Morata makes a big difference. Here's Yamal. He's been very, very quiet. And referee doesn't give a foul for that. David Villa. Torres. I mean, that is a foul. I think sometimes they think we're just not giving fouls. Man City legend Ferran Torres, says Irish Ryan. I just can't believe Argentina haven't had a shot. They are trying to press. You can see the press. That's a terrible ball. Terrible ball. They have a few young strikers. Samu, SB and Gonzalo. Says Gamaldo. I mean, look, Spain are always going to produce fantastic players, aren't they? There's a load of fouls going on. Corner. There's a lot of fouls going on now. Should Mbappe goals yesterday count towards the Golden Boot? I don't think so, Chris. I don't think so. I think if you're out the tournament, why should you get competitive goals? Put it this way. Who's got more chance of winning the Golden Boot? Mbappe in the final against Spain or Messi in a semi-final against England? Messi. Corner to Spain. They'll score from this corner. This is the moment they're going to score from this corner. This is it. No, it's a shit corner. If it had been a good cross, they'd have scored from that. Oof. Drury's been calling Yamal Lamal in my broadcast, says Ashish. That was a better cross. I'll tell you what, I'd love this to have gone in from Paradis. Imagine if he'd scored an OG. That would have been great. Ooh, bouncing around. You do sense there might be a Spain goal coming, but Argentina could take this game to extra time having had no shot on goal at all. It's incredible. Jardine says, Owens, Gonzalez, 14 own goals, golden boots. Are you looking forward to having the Premier League back, says Codes? I am ready for a few weeks break. You know, I wouldn't want to go straight into the Premier League. I do think there's something to be said for we do need the transfer window to kick in a little bit. I think there's, United need more. Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. There's still a few clubs that need to do some transfers before we hit the start of the season, but it won't be long. Why is the Copa America underrated even when South American teams generally do well against Europe? I don't know, Arch. It's a bit like the AFCON. You know, I don't think they're bad tournaments, but I suppose we just... Maybe the kickoff time's a little bit... Will this be the last time you watch Messi play? Says Incredible. Probably. And well, you never know with Messi, do you? I don't think he'll play another World Cup, though, will he? Ooh, header straight at the keeper. They're getting closer, Spain, but they can't seem to get a shot that's not straight at Martinez. Do you remember England's qualifications for the World Cup? If so, what did you think of Latvia's stadium, which had trees surrounding the entire thing? I do vaguely remember that, yeah. I like stadiums like that. Kyle. Sorry, Cole. Carl says, I can't be the only one to not see Boehner's value in the team. Must be the teacher's pet. Mate, you and me both. Hydration break. All tournament, I don't really think it's up to it. He's up to it. Some people saying, was that a penalty? We haven't been shown the replay of it, so hydration break. Are you a fan of the hydration break? I mean, I'm not a fan of it. I don't moan about it because I'm used to it, but Romero's down now. He's all right. England would have beat Spain. I don't know. What happened with your daughter's team eating after the boys' team? Nothing happened with that sore bus. Nothing. Leeds are favourites to sign Brandt from Dortmund and James Trafford, and with Wilson from Fulham and new defender, it's a happy transfer window for us, says Dino. They would be good signings for you. I certainly don't think you'll be going down. If you miss a lot, you will concede, says Hamza. Look, the longer this game goes on, it does start to take on the vibe of, are they going to get a goal with their one shot, you know? Argentina have fought, scrapped and kicked their way to this final. Who's to say they're not going to be one of the worst World Cup final winners ever? I mean, everybody that's won the World Cup, I think, in my lifetime have deserved it. Germany and Italia 90 were good. Argentina in 86 were good. 94, Brazil were good. 98, France were good. 2002, Brazil were good. 2006, Italy did do it quite, you know. That's that Alvarez, isn't it? The tennis player. And that's another one. Zidane. Are you doing the Bundesliga next season? I hope so. It's not been confirmed yet, Lord, but I hope so. Yamal having the worst tournament for a superstar I've seen. Wouldn't last in the Premier League, says Baltier. Snoozefest, says Lee. No fan of Argentina or Messi, but I hate the way Spain and Spanish managers in general have played football ever since Pep's emergence. There is no magic. A machine fueled by NPCs, says C. Shank. Mexico with the best host country. USA with the worst, says Nitro. Are you going to do Premier League predictions with Robbie again? Well, we've got to get him up to Old Trafford in a Man United top, Jid. So I certainly will be looking to do that, yeah. What's a guy got to do to hear that hit single Vindaloo around here, says Ryan. Oh, mate, stop winding us up. This will excite a lot of people. Simeone's on the pitch. If you think Paradis is bad, that's like comparing Yogi Bear to Freddy Krueger. He is absolutely mental, Simeone. Get ready for this. I can't say that the US has been a worse host than Mexico, by the way, because as much as I love the Azteca, I think there's been some cracking stadiums. Can Argentina have a shot on goal in the 90 minutes? Romero has gone off for Spain as well. I think he had an injury. So Romero's off. Montiel, virtually the whole back four's off. Lisandro Martinez went off for Otamendi. Romero's off for Medina. Montiel went off for Molina. Tagliafico is the only starting defender still on the pitch. Gonçalves went off for Paredes. And De Paul has now gone off for Simeone. I don't think this makes Argentina a better side. I think it makes them more aggressive. Stephen says, why do the Spaniards and the Argentines need a drinks break? Well, everybody's been having them, from Norwegians to English. I meant Mexico were the best team out of the hosts, says Nitro. I thought Mexico were good. I thought the USA were good. I don't know what happened against Belgium. They just... I don't know whether they got lost in the hype of the Balogun stuff. I don't think it helped them. Scrappy do. Argentina with no shots and 14 fouls is such an Argentina thing, says Marco. What's with the replays this World Cup? It takes a decade, says Profit Pathway. Oh, hold on. Argentina might end up with a chance here. Germany 2014 or France 2018, says M3G4. I don't really remember much about the 2018 World Cup. I know the group stage was good. 2014 World Cup was very good if you just ignore the fact that England were shit. Here's Boehner. Come on, you got to use the ball here. Oh, God, I don't think he's that good. I don't think that Boehner's very good. Argentina are the Wimbledon of the World Cup. Martinez is no better than Hans Segers. Big Fash is better than Messi, says Nick P. James says Romero is injured. That's karma for his shocking behaviour. Jack says Spain just need to score. 9G says Romero injured. Hopefully that doesn't mean we can't sell him. Spurs fan. Could be heading to extra time with this. It's a shame because I thought the first 10 minutes were good. It's a long time ago. Here's Yamal. He's going to use Olmo. What the fuck is that? Some of Spain's decision making has been shit. That's what I mean. Spanish fans in the crowd starting to look a bit nervous. It's all right when you're in control and there's still an hour to go, but when you're in control but there's 15 minutes to go, but it's 0-0, you know, one little slip and the dream is over. Here he comes. I think this sub needed to happen about 10 minutes ago, but at least it's going to happen. Nico Williams is going to come on and Moreno's going to come on. Nick P, get excited. Nico Williams is going to surely come on for Boehner and Olmo's going to come off for Moreno. Yeah, Olmo and Boehner off. Nico Williams and Moreno on. Who would you predict to win the Premier League based on the current transfers, says Anush? Arsenal. Thoughts on Goats Wrexham slamming Man United, says Nitro. I think fair play for winning it, but if that really is something you want to celebrate, then there is definitely context. Moreno winner incoming, says YZ. Well, that's what Nick P said at the start of the half. I've got to say, my bet builder is not going to happen. Thank you very much to Ball Sports. It's not their fault. I'm an idiot. I said both teams to score. Never going to happen. Alvarez to have over 2.5 shots. Argentina haven't had her shot. Over 5.5 corners. Yaz about to score at any time. Well, he's off. And I have got sub swap though. So whoever came on for if Ferran Torres scores, that still happens, by the way. But it's the Argentinian element. We're not gonna get both teams to score, and we're not gonna get over 2.5 shots for Alvarez. I went optimistic for the final. How many corners? We've had the required corners, but we haven't had the required everything else. Josh says Yamal needs to be subbed, playing like Rashford. Why did Rashford come off at half-time for England yesterday? Because I didn't watch the first half. Pedri. Why does Spain keep shooting straight at Martinez? Every shot straight. I could be in goal for Argentina. Every shot is straight at him. Yamal. Oh, he did well, but the cutback again. Argentina defended it. I do sense there's a Spain goal coming. I just don't know whether it's going to come in normal time. Martinez spills the shot. It's still there for Williams. And he wins a corner. It was a good shot. Martinez didn't deal with that particularly well, you know. We've seen a few of those in this tournament. It was Kabasi with the shot. I'd like to see Nico Williams get a move this summer, says Alex Bailey. Well, he nearly did go. Very nearly did go after the last Euros, didn't he? But ended up staying. England-Spain would have been a much better final, says Constantine. Well, blame Tuchel for that. This is the problem with Spain. No striker, says Hamza. Yeah, they do lack a cutting edge. I think Morata gave them that in the Euros. Mbappe deserves the golden boot. Where the fuck is Messi? Says Citizen King. Well, mate, look, just look. I mean, for Messi, no shots for the entire team. We are probably heading towards extra time. I do think it exposes Tuchel's stupidity, though, that, you know, Argentina just can't get up the pitch if you don't let them. And England went 1-0 up and sat in their own box with a back five. I mean, it's just, it really does show how stupid we were. And we all knew that. You know, it's not breaking news. As fans, every England fan I've spoken to or heard from or read about couldn't understand why we defended the edge of our box against one of the best edge-of-the-box players that's ever been in Messi. But the way to beat Argentina is to play the ball in their half. Play a high line. They've got, and that's the thing about Argentina as well. I can understand going deep if they've got a really quick striker, but they don't. They're not even a team that can hit the ball in behind. So they've got no pace in their team at all. They haven't got quick wingers, and they haven't got quick forwards. They can't get up. They just can't get up the pitch. Lovely play by Spain here. They've still got a lot of work to do. Cross comes in, another corner. Thoughts on the England game yesterday? I'll come back to that. Bit of a crap final, especially comparing to 2022, says AMC. Good riddance to Bainer. He's a shocking player, says Neagle. What were your thoughts on the England game? I thought they were all right. Look, mate, it wasn't a proper game of football, if we're being honest. Header straight at the keeper again. I can't believe how many chances Spain have had headed straight, shot or head straight at the keeper. There he is, Simeone again. Look. He's an absolute arsehole. Just book him. It's all right. It's all right. It's Simeone. He can do what he likes, look. That's a yellow card. Come on. It's a bloody assault. It's a different rules for Argentina. You literally can body slam somebody cowardly from behind and just play on. Come on, Spain. Mate, I tell you what, if this goes to penalties, Spain are their own worst enemy. If they allow this to go to penalties, with Argentina having no shots, they've only got themselves to blame. I love lasagna, James. Fucking hell. Yellow card. Enzo Fernandez. Dissent. They're not used to it, are they? When they get decisions going against them, they can't understand it. Like, what? You're not meant to do that. No, it wasn't a foul. To be fair, you'd struggle to give a foul for that. A team of thugs, says AMC. It's been effective, hasn't it? Do you think Argentina are going to win this? I've seen stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. But look, Martinez is time wasting at 0-0 when they've had no shots on goal. Look, he's literally time wasting. What? Go to the fucking ball, Marino. Fucking hell. He's just going to... I can't believe how thick Spain are there. Why aren't they going to the bloody goalkeeper? Press the fucking ball. I mean, Argentina are playing for extra time. I tell you what, this has been a shit final, but remember who's caused it. That's a foul as well. Fucking hell, this ref's just giving what he wants now. Sometimes he'll give a foul, sometimes he won't. Play the ball, play the ball, play the ball. How long do you reckon before there's an investigation towards how lenient officials are towards Argentina, says Ryle? Never. Because the boss of FIFA doesn't care. Constantine says, Enzo, just wait until you come back to London, you clown. Put in the transfer request faster. The thing about penalties, Argentina have the king of shithousery in goal. They have been playing for them all half. Yeah, I would not want penalties if I was Spain at all. And it looks to me like Argentina are playing for penalties. I couldn't understand it though. Martinez had the ball and wouldn't pick it up. And Spain were letting him just have the ball. And you're thinking, well, you just press. Make him pick the fucking ball up. It's been a shocking final. There's no doubt about it. It's been absolutely shocking. It's a shame Spain didn't score in the first 10 minutes because it would have changed the way Argentina played. But Spain's inability to put the ball in the back of the net has caused this. Argentina have just not attempted to win this game. Drop Kane and England will win, says Plebe. Go on, attack the space, attack the space. You've got to move the ball, Spain. You've got to move the ball. Torres. Fucking hell. Couldn't hit the ocean from a boat, could they, Spain? Their shooting's been shit. Good ball, but fucking hell. That's not a bad chance, that. In the box. Still love the World Cup. What a whimper ending, though, says Tiger Valley. Very similar to France-Argentina final in Italia 90. Germany Argentina final, sorry, Rob. If it goes to extra time, I will just have to take 30 seconds to go and flush my head down the toilet and just wake myself up a little bit, because fucking hell. It's a lovely turn of pace here. He's got to play him in. Oh, what did you ignore that pass for, you absolute cock jockey? What was that? Why did he not pass the ball? That was incredible. It was definitely on. My God. Still love the World Cup. Did you see Nico Williams make the run? It was on. I'm starting to think Spain might be in this. Literally just what Riley says. Are Spain actually trying? Moreno. Fuck! Extra time it is. Have Spain been paid? The trouble is, wow, I don't actually subscribe to that view. The trouble is, when it goes to extra time, teams do tend to get a little bit conservative. Right, this has got to lead to a chance. What the fucking hell are you doing? Oh, you know what? Are Spain on the fix here? I mean, what are Spain doing? Sam says, my 6-year-old son just said to Dad, why is Spain only trying to cross the ball? Marvel says, explain how these two rigged in final. It's boring, says Marvel. Numpty says, ever been behind the bins? This feels scripted to Snoopy 10. No, 0 shots from Argentina is incredible. Only 4 minutes added on. Probably could have been a yellow card, that one, to be fair. It'd be the biggest robbery ever if they win this game somehow. Governments run traffic in RINs. They can go rig a World Cup. Probably part of Apple's deal with Messi to join MLS, says Kalko. Come on. Argentina could win it here. Oh my God. You know, for a minute there, I thought the script had been written. Oh my God. Williams, this is 3v3. Why did he shoot? Why did he shoot? Why did he not go back post? Oh my Christ! You're gone, mate. You're off. You are gone. See you later, Enzo. You're gone. Bloody hell. He says no. That is... Well, he's going to look at it, but... I don't know how he's going to get away with that because he's on a yellow card. You can review it. I don't think Kabasi's the sort of player that's going to dive. Nah, it's a second yellow. It's definitely a second yellow. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You're off, mate. Get off. Cheerio. Yeah, fucking hell, mate. You've got no chance. You'd probably get a straight red for that anyway. You're already on a yellow. See you later. Mate, get off the pitch. You're off. Have that, you little shit house. You're off. Cheerio. Well, they're definitely going to park the bus in extra time. Mate, what are you still doing on the pitch? I can't believe they're taking this long. It's a yellow. It's a second yellow, 100%. There's no review. Was it? We're doing this against England? Hold the banner now, says VBA. Oh, they're trying to get Cucurella sent off for that. Ah. Quite clever by Messi, though, to be fair. I'm sure didn't that happen with Almiron as well. Nick P says, Matterface just said, where there is Messi, there is hope. Don't know what he's seeing. My nan's moved from more than Messi making this tea this match, says Nick P. Corey says, another Chelsea red card. I can't believe it. Argentina reminding referees of the payments, says Jack. Another Chelsea red card. I can't believe it, says Corey. Hold the banner now. Where would this Argentina team rank in World Cup winners, says Books? Might sound silly, but I think Spain need to drop back, then attack, getting Argentina a little more forward. Well, they can't do that now, Hilmer. They've got half an hour against 10 men, haven't they? It's a free kick on the edge of the box. Be the last kick of the game. Falklands aren't theirs. World Cup isn't theirs either, says Joe. Maybe his cleaners can overturn it, says Zane. Argentina reminding referee of the payment, says Jack Devonshire. Well, imagine if Spain won it with this last free kick. I don't think they will. That should have been a second yellow as well for Paradis. We're either gonna get the World Cup winner from a free kick, or it's going to extra time. I would say it's going to extra time. Scissor says actually it's 11 versus 9 because Messi doesn't press. Moreno will score this, says Gentleman Chase. I don't think Marino's going to take it. It's going to be Yamal, I think, who hasn't had a very good... You're going to struggle to beat Martinez from here. I tell you what, it's a lot further out than I thought it was. It would take something very special. Martinez thrives on stuff like this as well. I think, is it Pedro Porro on this as well? Yeah, good free kick. But, yeah, Martinez threw himself at that. On his side of the goal as well. Extra time. So, can Argentina take it to penalties? That's going to be the big question. Been a long fucking game for nothing, that, hasn't it? Thanks to Ball Sports. 18 plus UK and Ireland only. Please gamble responsibly. I didn't get my bet builder. Extra time in the final with a team that hasn't had a shot on target. Let me just show you this. This is what I was wanting to get to. Look at that. No shots at all from Argentina. Absolute disgrace. I mean, they could end up winning it. They could take it to penalties. They've just got to defend for half an hour and try and get a penalty shootout. Spain would only have themselves to blame if they allowed this to go to penalties, I've got to say. Sorry, Mark, was just bored before. Shout out for Sheffield Wednesday. New kit, though, says Numpty. Do you think you'll get promoted back? I mean, hopefully you've sorted your club out a little bit now. Spain wins Argentina 2 dirty marks, says Eddie. Thank you very much for that. What's that? Is that a new Mario Kart? Or is that a new Mario Kart out? Twitter gone down? No. Do you think Spain will win it in normal time? Well, it won't be normal time, but we added extra time, won't it? I think they need to win it in. I mean, you know, if you give somebody a penalty shootout, it doesn't matter whether they've had no shots and they've got 10 men. You're like, you know, they've got to win it in normal time. They've got to win it in extra time. 1 shot in 90. Great Watchalong. They haven't had 1 shot, Mega. Look at that. 0 shots. 0 shots on target. 1 corner. 0. Pavel, thanks very much for your super chat. 26,000 watching. Fair play. You deserve a medal. You deserve a medal. Paradis should have been sent off as well. I've got to say, for the first time, I agree with him not being sent off. I think going down to 9 men in extra time would be ridiculous. So he should be off. He definitely should be off. By the letter of the law, he should have 2 yellow cards. But that would put Argentina down to 9. With Messi, who doesn't press 8. But it should have been a second yellow for Argentina, says yes, mate. Yeah. And look, on the Enzo one, God knows what he's thinking. I mean, I just don't know. He's late to the tackle and he leaves his foot in and he doesn't need to do it, and it's a World Cup final. And if he was English, I'd say the same as what I said about Konza. What are you doing? Oddly similar to the 2010 final with the red and possibility to win it in extra time. Nice for Spain, says Maynam. Enzo Fernandez showed true intellect, says Arrow. TN1 says, we lost because Tuchel threw the game. Well, look, I think you're all intelligent enough to know this anyway. But look, Argentina haven't been able to get up the pitch because they don't have pace. So they haven't had a shot. So Spain hasn't let them into their half. They've played a higher line and they've kept them in that half. And Argentina haven't got the pace to run in behind anyway. What do England do when they go 1-0 up? Park on the edge of the box and say, we'll let you have the ball for free on the edge of our box. The most stupid tactic you could ever think of against a team that actually can't get out its own half. And that's why England are not in the final, because our manager decided to let Argentina have a free pass into our box. And if we just played a higher line, they wouldn't have been able to get up the pitch. Would you take Messi off? I mean, I think you would take Messi off, but they are Team Messi, aren't they? So they're not going to take Messi off. Breaking news, Trump overturns Enzo Fernandez red card and is trying to get him back on in extra time. It's a joke. Thank you very much for that, Oz. Yeah, I like Tuchel as well. I just don't know what he was thinking. For somebody that's tactically adaptable, I don't know. Messi doesn't have his favourite referee to win the game, says Nitro. Well, the question is, can Spain score a goal? They're up against 10 men. They've got half an hour. And to be fair, the pressure is on them now. Can they find a way through in extra time? I mean, Argentina are going to park the bus here. And Spain are not really a team with a lot of height. That's not intelligent play there. They don't need water breaks, just leave the sprinklers on during the game, says Jimmy. Ollie Oil Cruiser says, are English pubs full or empty tonight? I'd say they're pretty empty, mate. If it goes to penalties, Argentina could win this World Cup. In fact, I think they probably will. It's scary. It is scary. It's scary. But look, in fairness to Argentina, 120 minutes of open play. If you can't score a fucking goal, you get what you deserve. Paredes deserves to be sent off more than Enzo, to be fair, says Mo. Spain 2-0 after extra time. Moreno 117 minutes and Yamal. Oh, nearly. I mean, we're getting the minutes here from Guardian Elite Joe. He's giving us the minutes and the score. Oh, great save. I think Nico Williams was onside as well. What a chance. They've got to commit men forward, Spain. They have to commit men forward because that's where the extra man. Neither of them deserve it. Give it to Cape Verde, says Carlo. Give it to Norway. I agree Kane should be dropped, but if Tuchel didn't pick him, there would have been outrage. I think an English striker will come up before the next World Cup, says Crash Gaming. Spain to... I've done that one, thank you. All I can think of is this: if this was like England in a World Cup final and we'd had 16 attempts at goal, 11 on target, and they'd had none, and we were 25 minutes away from a penalty shootout, I'd be bricking it. I'd be absolutely bricking it. I'd be thinking... I'd be thinking, you know, if they get a chance to beat us on penalties and we blow this final, it would be an absolute shit show. This World Cup has gotten me back into football. I've supported a team. I haven't supported a team in years. I'm not from England either. Any idea what's the best way to find a team to support in the Premier League? Manchester United, free at last. You're on That's Football. You may as well support Man United and watch the United stand. It's really easy. Do you think it's possible FIFA have orchestrated the story of Argentina being the antagonist this World Cup for publicity and media coverage as live? I don't think it's scripted that much. Love the watch-alongs. Who wins if it goes to penalties? I think Argentina would have a brilliant chance on penalties, Stan. Why don't the Spain players pick a corner, says Constantine? I don't know. They just seem to shoot straight at the keeper. Oh! Got! No, he's not giving it. He's not giving it. I don't know why he's not giving it. I would have given this. I don't know why he hasn't given it. Let's have a look. He might be right. He might be right. Cross comes in. Otamendi goes down. Well, there's no foul there. I mean, how has that not been given? I'm stunned by that. How is that not been given? Who's injured then? I mean, I think, is it Marino on Otamendi? Oh, for fuck's sake. For what? Has he given the foul on Martinez or is he given the foul on Otamendi? There's no foul there. I think they've given it on Martinez, who definitely wasn't fouled. Owen says, kudos to you, main man. Get some much needed rest soon. I will do, pal. Thank you very much. A lot of people saying rigged in the chat. I actually just... If Argentina score that goal, that's a goal. I just don't... I mean, Martinez is down injured as well. He's trying to claim a double foul, I think. But fucking hell. Someone said he hit his hand. Well, it can't have hit his hand because that's not what has been given. Apparently, he stamped on the foot of Otamendi. So he can't have hit his... I've just been called a moron because it hit his hand. Yeah, which is literally not the reason they haven't given it. Apparently, they've not given it because he stepped on Otamendi's foot. Which... I don't think that gets given at the other end. I really don't. Vargin FIFA, says Lisi. Yeah, I don't think that gets given up at the other end. I think Otamendi went down because he knew he was in a lot of trouble there. Go on, play him in. Play him in. Oh, good tackle, Argentina there. Cucurella should be off. Rigged for Argentina. Argument dead in the water, says CPZ. What are you talking about? Why should Cucurella be off? I'd love to hear this. They've just got to keep it up, Spain. Well, that's a foul. And a yellow card for Messi. You can't pull someone back and then shoot. Should be yellow card. No, it's Messi. I can't book him. Fuck off. He pushes him on the floor and then kicks the ball away. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's Messi. We don't need to book him. Apparently he stamped on... I don't know how he treads on Otamendi's foot, considering Moreno's foot was there first. I mean, that's the weirdest stamp on a foot I've ever seen, considering Moreno's foot wasn't moving and Otamendi's was. Messi should have been booked for kicking the ball away, yes. Glad I got to see Germany beat these FIFA merchants before Infantino came in to rig it for them, says Rain. Trump is right there. Zoom in on him and see if he's giving Infantino money, says Jimmy. John says, I've seen enough. 10-point deduction for Everton. Cheat, says Usad. Well, they've only got another 15 minutes to get through this. Yamal is off, yes. Rodri is off as well. No, Yamal is still on. Yamal is still on. Olmo's off, Baina's off, Rodri's off, Ruiz is off, Laporte's off, and Iazabal is off. Moreno, Torres, Williams, Zubimendi, Pedri, Garcia are on. Those screaming corruption, Argentina have literally had a player sent off with a red. No, it's not. It should have been a goal, mate. That's the corruption that people are talking about. Oh, for fuck's sake, mate. Moreno's just missed an absolute sitter. I mean, I tell you what. They will only have themselves to blame. Fucking hell. It's harder to miss. Nah, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Something's not right. Something's not right. He doesn't even look that bothered. He looks like he's missed a chance in training. Not like he's missed a chance to win the World Cup. Nah, to be fair, I think he's just shocked. Got to be the worst World Cup final in history. I don't know, Ben. I think Italia 90 was pretty shit. I don't think Italy-France was that good in 2006 either. It's got to work the overload. Come on, use the man. Use the man. Use the man. Don't you dare shoot. Oh, what are you doing? What? Oh, I'd be getting angry there. Nice switch of the play to Yamal. Oh, terrible bit of control. Fucking hell. This is one half gone. Shots have been poor at finishing all those shots, says Eddie. Moreno is Delo's twin in every shitty way, says Scott. Spain auditioning for Martinez as next coach, says Chris. How the hell haven't they scored yet, says MPDDS. Well, they're only 15 minutes away, Argentina, here, from getting a bloody penalty shootout. VJ says Spain better win this and save football from corruption. To be fair, if you're an Argentinian, you're just thinking, can we have one chance? Give us one chance and we might take it. Just one chance. What happened to the United stand? Still there as last I checked. Don't normally do shows at 10:30 at night. Spain need to stop trying to win soft free kicks because this ref ain't going to give them. What the fuck is he doing there? Who was that? Is that Pedri? Spain need to sharpen the fuck up. Lovely ball by Messi. Marino couldn't score in a house of ill repute, says Jeff. Look at the Argentinian fans. I think they're starting to believe. 5 seconds to take a throw in, mate. Book him. Oh, for fuck's sake, look at this. Look at they're horrible. They really are horrible. They're diving around the floor. They're making their own rules up. The guy's having a drink of water when there's a 5-second fucking throw-in rule. You can kick the ball away. You don't get booked. It's just different rules for different teams, isn't it? Enjoyed your commentary at World Cup. Love from USA, says Paul. Thank you very much for being with us. I'll tell you what, all this bad sportsmanship, though, it would be nice to see Spain win and just see how Argentina react to it. But they might win this game. Like, if they can get to penalties, they might win it. And that chance for Moreno was an absolute sitter, by the way. An absolute sitter. What the F is a foul, says Skeet. Argentina will just try and start this game now. Ref's lost control of this. But Moreno should have scored that goal. I think Spain's goal should have been given. I'd love to see them show it again. I really don't know how. To me, Moreno stamps on the foot of Otamendi when his foot was still and Otamendi's wasn't. It looked to me like Otamendi kicked his foot. I'd have to see it again. All the countries should boycott the next World Cup and create a new World Cup without Argentina, says Tom. Here's the goal. Maybe he did tread on him a little bit. You need to see a better camera angle than that. I definitely think the referee buys the Otamendi dive to the ground. Well, he does tread on his foot, to be fair, but still think it's harsh. Argentina is the Netherlands of 2010, says Claytrick. This has to be the worst World Cup ever from refs being banned from entertainment. I don't think it's the worst World Cup ever, NF Sam. I think it's been a very good World Cup. I just think there's been elements to it like there is in everyone. And Fantino needs to go. I do agree with you on that. How the fuck is Paradis still on the pitch, says Luke. Argentina have single-handedly ruined this World Cup, says Cal. Moreno's already scored 2 winners in this competition, says True Gent. He should have scored another. Look, Argentina's job now is if they get it to penalties, it's a level playing field for the first time in 120 minutes. In fact, I think they become favourites if it goes to penalties. How many times has Argentina booted the ball away after the referee's blown the whistle and no yellows? It's a joke, says Ribeiro. Oh, look, I'm not being light on Paradis. I don't really want to see 9 against 11, but, you know, ultimately, that's not the rules, is it? Me saying I don't want to see another man sent off isn't the rules. He should have been sent off. It should be 9 against 11. Is Messi the greatest if he wins this? I don't think many people are going to call this Argentinian side great. Tagliafico looks like he's absolutely dead on his feet. Becky says, my husband's got 1 leg. He moves more than Messi. Look, Spain are probably going to get 1 or 2 decent chances in this next 15 minutes. If they don't want a penalty shootout, they've got to take them. Argentina obviously been playing for penalties weak. No shots on target, no shots at all in 105 minutes. Which I just need to do the timer. Goal! Get in! Get in! Get in! Get in! Torres! That'll do! That's the World Cup in a sandwich. Got a problem with that? Got a problem with that? How was that? How was that? 180! Get in. Game, set and match. Get in. Have some of that. Lovely stuff. At last. At last. I wish it had happened in the first 10 minutes. They've finally done it. Oh, I can't wait for the final whistle now. I can't wait. I tell you what, I can't wait for final whistle now. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. Ooh, yeah, cry me a river. Cry me a river. Yes. Get Madonna back on. I tell you what, Madonna's there. Get her out. Evita. Don't cry for me, Argentina. What a ball in. Is there a way VAR can rule it out? No. Cross to the back post. Nico Williams heads it back. Bang. Torres. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a thing of pure beauty. Ferran Torres. Boom! Into the roof of the net. 1-0 to Spain. Argentina 0. Anti-football in the bin. Have some of that, you motherfuckers. Get in. Get in. Get in. Get in. Get in. Get in. Love it. Love it. Oh, we can breathe now. Look. I already said, look, they took their piss out of England when they won. With the way they reacted to it. So, how do you like those apples? Can't wait to see them crying. I love the taste of Argentinian tears, says True Gent. Now, whatever you do, Spain, don't park the bus on the edge of the box and let Messi have it. Do not do a Tuchel. Do not defend your edge of the box. Do not do it. If they defend the edge of their box now, I'll lose it. JBS says, if Messi loses 2 finals, is he still a GOAT? I don't think it has any impact on Messi. He's an individual in a team that's not very good. If I didn't know it, I'd swear you're Spanish, says Irvin. No, just don't want Argentina to win it. I'm a huge Messi fan. Very happy Spain took the lead. Messi's legacy is at risk of ruin, says Focus. Watch Argentina fans throw cups at Spanish fans, says Inferno. No, I actually think Argentinian fans are going to take this really well. I think they'll walk round shaking everybody's hands. I think they'll take this really well. That's my opinion. I'm just guessing. I think they're going to take this really, really well. I love that Maradona will always be better than Messi, says Jeff. Argentina obviously been playing for penalties, says James. Not no more. They deserve this, says James. I mean, look, they're going to go down, arguably, as the worst ever World Cup finalists in history. Have we had a World Cup finalist that ever didn't have a shot at all? I mean, you talk about what the World Cup's been like, and I think it's been a really good World Cup. But history can be made the other way. They are going to be the worst World Cup finalists ever if they don't have a shot in the next 10 minutes. Humble Lamb says, I'd love to be in Tenerife right now. I was in Spain when they won the Euros once. It was brilliant. Don't defend your edge of your box. I think Spain will score again, I do. Luke says you skipped my super chat. It is a World Cup final, Luke. I very much doubt I skipped it. It might have just missed through. Mark, can you shout out the country of Mauritius? You've got loads of fans here. Have you ever been? No, I never have been, but shout out to Mauritius. There we go, Luke. Thank you very much for your lovely super chat. I told my siblings Varane would get the winner and they laughed at me, says Carl McAdam. Well, they're not laughing anymore. TK Moon says, I'm a United fan. I want Nico Williams. There's all the Spanish greats celebrating. I don't know. To be fair, Argentina players might actually wake up and go, we've been shit. You know, we've had no shots on target. We've been shit. They might not cry, actually, because they might just accept they've been absolute pants. And it's sort of like what England did in the semi-final. We knew we fucked it up, you know? To be fair, Tagliafico is running around hobbling because he's absolutely fucked. Irish Ryan says Messi ghosting in finals. Ronaldo could never. To be fair, he has never played in a World Cup final. And I like Ronaldo. How the hell did we lose to this Argentinian team, says Adam? Because Tuchel's an idiot and he defended the edge of the box. And you don't... Why would you defend the edge of the box against a team with no pace? Defend your halfway line. That's where we got it wrong. They literally cannot get up the pitch. They've got no pace. Egypt did it as well. You can argue who's better between Messi and Maradona, but Ronaldo not being fit to lace either of their boots is undeniable, says Robert. Why are we doing Messi versus Ronaldo? It's a World Cup final where Argentina are going to lose to Spain. That's the real quiz. How many times has Spain won the World Cup now? AB Tune says, I love sarcastic Mark Goldbridge. Subscribe. Yeah, I don't think people got the sarcasm. I genuinely do not think Argentina are going to smile and shake everybody's hands at the end of the game. I genuinely don't think they're going to take it well. I think when you react to winning like they react to winning in the face of the opposition, I don't think they're going to react to losing very well. If they win this, it's the second time they've won it. I thought they'd won it 3 times now. Well done. This World Cup has really demonstrated the importance of the midfield. Underrated, says Kyle Thompson. And here it comes, the second. Ferran Torres, 2-0. Au revoir. Oh, he's offside. And that's French. Gracias. Dos Pintos con limon. He's not far off if he's off. If this stands, Rodri becomes only the 4th player to win the Ballon d'Or, the Champions League, the Euros and the World Cups as forms. Can you name the other 3? I would say Messi. I would say Messi. I don't know who the other 2 are. I want to say it was definitely not Cristiano Ronaldo. R9, did he win it? Ronaldinho, maybe? Thierry Henry? I don't know who the other 4 are. Osman Dembele, probably. Yeah, good one. I can't wait to see Enzo crying. We won't see him. He's in the dressing room, Andrew. Hello, Mark, says Marge. Carl Thompson says, this World Cup has really demonstrated the importance of the midfield. Shinobi Bent has always preferred Gibraltar anyways. Happy now. Spain all the way. Stats are a joke, says Eddie Mack. Still haven't had a shot. Might have one now. Corner. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Surely not. Surely not. It's a short corner. Messi whips it in. Oh, lands on the roof of the net. That's not a shot. That's a cross. Don't you dare count that as a shot. Paul says, Falklands flags at the Old Trafford next season. Great to greet Martinez. Better still don't come back. He might not come back, mate. He went off injured. Do you remember predicting Spain pre-World Cup on that online game predictor through all the rounds? I thought I predicted England. Maurizio says, should have been Spain versus Mexico. I think Mexico might have got to the final, you know. If they beat England, Norway would have been tough. I think they could have beat Argentina. Nico Williams. Oh, lovely skill. See you later. Oh, no. He just mugged himself off. Brilliant bit of skill, and then he mugged himself off. I don't know what that was meant to be. Argentina are not out till they're out. Spain need to be careful, says Amy. True Gent says, I'll save a scene Romero tears. Unfortunately, the people I want to see crying aren't on the pitch. I like Messi. Really, it's Romero, Enzo Fernandez. They're the two. Oh, Simeone's there. That's good. I'll tell you what, Messi just had a shot there. Has that counted as a shot? Right in the face of Marino. I think that is a shot. I think they've had a shot. Hold the back pages. No, it's still not counted as a shot on goal. Oh, I thought that was a shot, really. Surely that's a shot. No, it's not. Oh, God. There's that offside. He was offside just yet. Are you surprised they haven't used Lautaro Martinez? Yeah, considering they need a goal, Manga Man. Nick P says, you did predict Spain but changed it to England. Yeah, I had to go with the whole... I was predicting England last Christmas. I had to stick with it. You should never predict your own country because you start to think it's going to happen, it's meant to be. You should follow your head, not your heart, as Boyle Sports says. My head obviously said Spain, my heart said England. Do you think England would have given Spain a tougher match, says Mohammed? In a way, I think Spain might have beat England by more because I think England would not have done what Argentina have done. I think England would have tried to get forward and that would create more space for Spain. I think the fact that Argentina have had no shots show that they've really parked the bus. And Spain have taken extra time to score the goal, but they could have scored that goal in the first 10 minutes. I think Argentina have been quite fortuitous that they didn't concede earlier. I think England would have played a little bit more open, which probably would have helped Spain, to be honest. Looks like we're going to get a European winner in a non-European World Cup, which people say isn't normal. But... oh, they're counting the Messi shot as a shot. They've had one shot. And it hit Marino's face. Nothing on target. Oh, he's giving soft free kicks now. He's giving them soft free kicks now. Are you going to watch them lift the World Cup? I mean, I'll watch for a little bit. Yeah, I want to see the T&Cs. If Spain win, as they are, they've had 7 out of 8 possible clean sheets, only conceding against Belgium. Well, look, very AMC Deacon, very good point. They've got a very good midfield, they're very good at keeping possession, and they've got an amazing defence. I don't think they've got a stunningly great attack. Oh my God. What a chance. I don't know what happened there. It's a corner. Wow, Spain. What the fuck? I mean, this is the thing. This is Argentina, isn't it? Do not touch an Argentinian player here because they'll fall to the ground like Mr. Tumble. They'll go down like a bloke who's had 20 pints on a trampoline. Oh, another corner. SXMZ says they edit the VAR replay with AI, which is why it took that long. Oh, well, it's not over yet. I'd rather Spain than Argentina, says Ninja. Watch extra time be 7 minutes, says Rishat. It's 5. Where are the Argentinian conspiracy nutters now, says Brant. I mean, it's not over yet, mate. Messi's got a wand of a left foot. Oh, over the bar. Over the bar. And it couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Simeone puts it over the bar. Can we watch another replay? Can we watch 5 replays of this? Simeone puts it over the bar for Argentina. Can I hang it in the Louvre? Can I have it on... oh, lovely. Can I watch it again? Show it me again. Here it is. Another angle. Here it is. Oh, still went over the bar. Can I watch it again? Can you show it me again? It was such a good chance for Argentina. Can I see it again? There's his face. Tears, yes. And again. Another one from a different angle. No, stop showing it now. I was enjoying that. Another chance for Argentina. Not on target. Can I be the producer for the last few minutes? Can we see Simeone again? Romero got anything on? Can we find Enzo and Romero and put a camera on them in the corner, just for the final 5 minutes? Yeah, and Romero, one in one, one in the other, just on them for 5 minutes. Preferably make them cry. Yeah. Yeah, and could we interject that with a little bit of their reaction against England? Specifically the banner, the winding up the England players. Let's show that. Can we show them that as well, whilst they're annoyed about this? They won't do it. Well, we'll just play it in one corner, what they did to England when they won, bad winners, and then now show them now. Yeah, yeah. And then show the Simeone miss again. Yeah. Just loop it. The viewers are going to love it, yeah. We'll smash the shit out of BBC if we do this. Yeah. Oh, they're showing the Simeone again. Look at that. Oh, poetry. Poetry in motion. And I like the way you've done it on a slow-mo from a slightly different angle. Yeah. Yeah. And put it on again. Oh, you've cut to Messi as well. I like that. Yes. 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 But we do less of the Messi stuff. I do like Messi. He is one of the world's greatest ever players. Back to Simeone, please. Yeah. Yeah. More Argentinians. Yeah. Simeone won't get his pedigree chum tonight, says Nick P. Look, what I will say, because I don't think they're going to equalise, so I can be humble. They've done incredibly well to get to the final. I don't ever think they were that good, Argentina. When you think about the Egypt game, not England, Egypt, that was the one. Egypt should have done them. Switzerland would have beat. I mean, I think you look at Argentina's journey, forget the group stage, because everyone gets out of the group stage. Cape Verde, extra time. I'm not saying Cape Verde should have beat them, but extra time just shows you they struggled to score goals. Egypt 2-0 up, should have put them away. Should have put them away. Switzerland, if Embolo doesn't dive, they're going to beat them. They go down to 10 men and they lose in extra time. England fucking bottled it, let's get real. So I think Argentina have battled incredibly well to get to a final, because I don't think they're the second team in the tournament. I mean, they are on the paper and they deserve it, but I think they've been very, I don't know what the word is. Fortunate, maybe. I think the word is they've punched above their weight. Argentina, they've punched above their weight. Oh, Romero's there. Get the camera down on him. That's Romero down there. There, right behind, right in his face. Put it in his face. And that's it. The World Cup final is over, and Spain have won the World Cup. Ferran Torres has scored the winning goal. Argentina have lost. Now get the cameras on. No, none of this Spain winning stuff. We're English. It's ITV. Get it on the Argentinians. That's what we're here for. Not Messi. I don't mind Messi. He's all right. I ain't got a problem with him. Romero, Enzo, Simeone. Not him. Not him. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. This is not. We're not interested in him. Oh look. Oh look. There's some pushing and shoving going on. Why is Scaloni pushing Spanish players away when they've won the World Cup? Please stay away from our players. They're bad losers. They'll punch you in the face. It's mad, isn't it, how Scaloni, the Argentinian coach, is pushing Spanish players away. He wasn't pushing them away on Wednesday night, were you?
Well, you weren't pushing them away on Wednesday night when your players were acting like shithouses, were you? But Spanish players aren't allowed. Certain countries can't even reach the final, says Marv. Yeah, but at the end of the day, Marv, it's not about getting to the final and losing, isn't it? Is it? It's about winning. Ultimately, Argentina are the same as Norway. They're the same as Cape Verde. They're the same as Iraq. They didn't win the World Cup. You know, you can be second place loser, or you can be 48th place loser. You could be Wales. You know, you could not even qualify for it. Ultimately, you lost. Look at Otamendi having a moan. Oh, just because you're losing. Just because you're losing. Oh. Not so gobby now, are they? You're welcome, England. I was hoping for another Euros final, says Renzos. Hey, well done to Spain. You have been, in seriousness, though, Spain have been the best team. As I said, Argentina, fair play to get in the final, punched above their weight. I thought they were lucky that Switzerland had a man sent off. I thought they were... I thought Egypt probably threw it away, the same as England threw it away. Credit to Argentina for getting to the final, but and Messi had an amazing World Cup. I mean, those 2 assists against England were incredible, scored a few goals as well. But I don't think Argentina were that good. In fact, I think if Argentina played Brazil, I don't think there's a lot between them. But Spain were the best team. There's Cantona. No, sorry. It's not. It's Javier Bardem. They won it 4 years ago, much more recent than England, says Michael. Yeah, but you didn't win it now, did you? You didn't win it now. 4 years ago, 10 years ago, 60 years ago. You didn't win it now. You lost. You lost. Deal with it. Stop living in the past. It's not UK Gold. It's not a repeat. It's not the History Channel, Michael. It's today. Football won today. Who won today? What the fuck's that going on there? The fuck went on there? Going back to that. Paradis grabbed a Spanish player by the throat. And then he goes for someone else as well. He's a fucking thug, that Paradis. Who does he play for, Paradis? I told you. What a surprise. What a surprise. Showing something else here as well. Punched the Spanish player as he ran on the pitch as well. Watch. Fucking, they're disgusting, aren't they? They are fucking disgusting. I tell you what, England blew it on Wednesday night, but the big reason I wanted Spain to win is the way that they behaved when they beat us was not professional. It was not sportsmanlike. It was disgusting. And they've just shown themselves again. It's nothing to do with England. They can't get a flag out against Spain, can they? But they still punch Spanish players. They still throw them to the floor. that just says everything about Argentina. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Punching a player as he runs across the pitch. Pinning another player on the floor. Throwing another player to the ground. And FIFA want to protect that because Messi plays for them. Fuck off. They've created a monster there, haven't they? Not because of their bias for Argentina. They've created unlawfulness. That's why they don't get booked for stuff. No, I'll still drink Yamal Beck. I still like Yamal Beck, but I think Argentina. There's Barco as well. You can have that, you little fucker. I'm glad, Can we get more of Barco on as well? We really want him to cry. Yes. And can we show the Bellingham slap as well? Yes, that'd be great. In honesty, Yamal had a crap tournament. I mean, he's one of the world's best players, but I think he had a bit of an average tournament. But you don't win as an individual, do you? You win as a team, and the best team won the World Cup. I can see why Scaloni was running around pushing Spanish players away now. In fairness to Scaloni, I don't think he was the problem there. I think he was trying to separate things that we haven't seen. But... yeah, zero class from Argentina. There are Argentinian players I like. I think Emi Martinez and Lionel Messi. But yeah, I mean, it's just that's what happens when you let that's what happens when you let people operate to different rules of everybody else. I mean, I'm telling you now, there'll be no repercussions for Argentina, but you cannot punch somebody as they run across the pitch celebrating. It's disgusting. It's the sort of thing you'd expect to see from a, badly educated 6-year-old. You should win properly and lose properly. I tell you what sport I like when they win. Tennis. You can win Wimbledon, right? Over 2 weeks, you play loads and loads of sets. But you can't celebrate for too long because the other guy's waiting at the net for a handshake. You can't run around with your top off going, have that, you knobhead. You go and shake hands. And I just think that... Yeah, I think Argentina have behaved terribly in this World Cup in the way that they've dealt with winning and losing. No surprises though, but I blame FIFA for that. I think they've created this invincibility to them, and they probably believe their own hype. I mean, look, as I say, I watch a lot of football. I'm sure you watch a lot of football. I will give Argentina credit for getting to the final, but I think they've boxed above their weight. Tuchel made a fucking stupid error. Egypt blew a 2-0 lead. Switzerland had a man sent off stupidly. They've coasted. They deserve credit for getting to the final, but do I think they're the second best team in the world? No, I think France would have beat them. I think on the other side of the draw, I think France would have beat them. I think Morocco might have given them a game. I think even Belgium might have given them a game. I think Norway would have given them a better game than England did. Let's not forget Brazil. Let's not forget Japan. I think teams got knocked out who got knocked out early but played difficult games. I think a lot of teams could have beaten Argentina. But fair play to get into the final. It was worth it. No matter what, winning or losing, they are CUNTSs, says Carlo. Paradise did get a red card, Goldbridge. Well, at last. Clunksy. Paradise got a red card for that. Don't know if you know, says Brian. Well, it's a shame he didn't give it in the 90 minutes. How do you beat this Spanish team, says SG? I mean, you can beat this Spanish team. I don't think France turned up in the semi-final. Let's not forget, France were favourites to beat Spain. And Spain did a job on them, but France are good enough to beat Spain. Spain are a good team, but I think the strength of Spain is they are a very good defensive side and a very good possession side. I don't think they're a fast-flowing, score 4 goals a game side. I think you'll always be in the game against Spain. If you think about the Euros final, we lost 2-1. If if you think about the World Cup final, Argentina lost 1-0. I don't think Spain are the sort of team that wins 3 or 4-0. Look, even Belgium was only 1 goal. So I don't think they're a 3 or 4-0 team, but I think they're a very good defensive team. And I think they're a very good possession team. And you've got to beat a team like that, you've got to match up. That's my thing, SG. And they say Arsenal play anti-football. Thank you for Spain for saving football today. Young squad, good football, fair play, well deserved to stealth. Back to the NBA. See you in 4 years, says Will. Didn't even show it on the USA broadcast, says Corey. Mate, there's probably a lot more they haven't shown there as well. I think there'll be a lot more clips of Argentina coming out. Genuinely think England could have beaten Spain. I don't. Gentlemen, I don't. And I don't think we can live in woulda, coulda, shoulda, because I think we didn't beat Argentina, which is even more embarrassing. Messi scenes bring pure joy. Is a supporters and skeets. Really feel for Fermin Lopez. Would have had a big role in the World Cup. Now misses out on winning it due to last game of the season injury, says Nico. It's tough, yeah. It's tough. And Trump has to hand the World Cup to a European team in the States. Lovely jubbly. Not his dictator friend in Argentina, says Eddie Mack. As soon as Messi meets quality opposition, he's a ghost. Argentina player, B-grade team, so no credit to Messi. If he wins Ballon d'Or, no one will ever respect him again. I was thinking, surely Mbappe wins the Ballon d'Or over Messi. Surely he's got more claim to it than Messi. I mean, just, you know, they both lost to Spain. Argentina fans are taking it as well as players, says VBA. Ronnie has gifted 10 memberships. Thank you, Ronnie. I wonder if FIFA will give those rings to Spain. Argentina were crap, says Skeet. Football just won tonight, says VJ. Look, make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Thanks, everybody, for getting involved. I think they're showing the goal from an injury point of view. I'm just going to wait for them to lift the trophy. What's the point in doing loads and loads of watch-alongs if we don't get to see them lift the trophy? There was something I wanted to say and I've completely forgotten about it. Shane says, can you read my previous super chat? I'm just working through them, Shane. Thoughts on Mbappe versus Haaland, Mark, says Aaron. What, in a who I prefer? I think Mbappe's the better footballer. Imagine if R9 was Spanish, says Alexander. Well, he wouldn't be able to play now. America will never host that crap again. Give us goals, not time wasters. In your language, that was bollocks. Utter the droppings of a large cow, says Grand Prairie. Even though I've defended Argentina, that's only because of Messi, who's had a way better World Cup than anyone could have imagined. Otherwise, they're dirty, and Spain did deserve to win it, says Robbo, given their route to the final and on US soil too. Thank you very much, Robbo. Like the way Spain plays, their 2010 level boring, says Will. Let's hope Lissandro isn't out for long. That club football is coming back, says Devon. Cracking Malbec, but they can shove their chimichurri where the sun don't shine. I love chimichurri, actually, Nick P. That's another thing. Football one today, says Daniel Vamos. There's something I wanted to say. I'm just reading back here. There was something I really wanted to say, and I can't remember what it is. Look, I think in relation to the World Cup, Mbappe scoring all the goals that he did, Messi scoring all the goals he did. Jem says Spain serving justice. Albert says respect to Argentina, 3 finals in the last 4 World Cups. I think that's down to Messi, Albert. I do. Nin says, finally, cheats are defeated. Evolution says, vamos, vamos, Spain champions. It's my birthday, says Josh, 21-year-old. Best gift ever. Happy birthday, Josh. You're welcome, England, on that one. Spain, Euro 2008 winners, World Cup 2010 winners, Euro 2012 winners. Now Spain 2024 winners, 2026 World Cup winners, 2028 Euros. Yes, Shane, probably a very, very big chance of that. Which, do you also find Argentina dirty this tournament? Well, Matthew, they had the most fouls for the least amounts of cards. Who's responsible for that? Officials. And the thing is, look, the legacy of this World Cup, to me, is that I actually think that the officiating in general has been a lot better than we've seen in the Premier League. Like the quick throw-ins, the no messing around on corner fouls, the soft fouls not being given anymore. I don't know whether the PGMOL are going to pick up on this, but they really should do. But Argentina seem to be operating to a different set of rules at times. So, but thankfully they didn't win. No shots on target in the whole game, by the way. They did have 3 shots. That beautiful shot by Simeone at the end over the bar. Argentina have Tuchel in charge for this game, says Simon. Thanks for your commitment to these streams over the last month. It's been very fun World Cup overall, says Mango. I've loved it. Thank you everybody who's got involved. If I was Spanish, I will make sure Paradis' career is over, says Nitro. Nick Perez, thank you very much. Thoughts on Argentina going forward without Messi, says Juice. I think they're in trouble. I think Argentina without Messi, still, Argentina with Messi ain't good enough anymore. Without them, they need a big amount of players to come through. And look, I think Argentina will always have this, and always have had this incredible, and look, it counts for a lot in a tournament. People call it fortune or luck. It's not fortunate or lucky to have an incredible team mentality where you'll literally fight for each other, but they'll still be hanging around. But I don't think they're going to be in 3 of the next 4 World Cup finals, let's put it that way. Trump will hand them the trophies while slapping a million tariff on Spain and keeping the trophy. Cheers, Mark. Come on, you Spurs, says Grand Prairie. Spain looks very different when Williams and Yamal are on the field. It was a masterclass. I think the Spanish had 300 more passes completed, says Mr. Centino. Thank you very much for that. God, they take bloody ages to do the lift, don't they? I think they take too long with this. Although my mind did just wonder, imagine if it had been England. What would you be doing for this 15 minutes waiting for them to lift the World Cup? I'll never know. I'll never know. I think I'd just be throwing things around and popping off champagne and stuff like that. Messi making it to 3 finals, says Juan. Although losing 2, it's an incredible accomplishment. He and Ronaldo will always be the GOATs. And Maradona. Are red-carded players allowed to collect medals, says Guardian Elite Joe? Well, they shouldn't be, but they will be. Mist says, God bless you for all the streams this World Cup. Thank you for being part of them, Mystical. I don't know why ITV have done this. A few people have mentioned it. Why have they got an all-women panel at the ground and then an all-male panel in New York? I mean, could they have not? I can't hear it, so I don't know. I can't comment on it. It is the World Cup final, like, and it just seemed a little bit like, why have an all-women panel and an all-male panel? Why would you not, like, mix it up a little bit? I don't know. Maybe people like it. I don't know. I can't hear it. Paradis will win the fair play thing like Trump, says Simon. Well, just in relation to Paradis, I think he plays in... he used to play for PSG. I think he plays in Brazil now. Boca Juniors. He plays in Argentina now. So he's not got to worry about coming back to Europe. But they've got a lot of players that won't play for Argentina again anyway. They've got, De Paul, Paradis, Otamendi. Next World Cup, a lot of their players will be retired or in their early 30s. I mean, you wouldn't have thought Lisandro Martinez or Romero would play in the next World Cup. Thank you so much for all the watch-alongs, the Silver Moment. Well, thank you very much for being involved. Appreciate you. Silver Moment. Do you think Lafont could get England to win a tournament? I don't really know who that is, Renz. I'm pretty unsure who it is. Bet they give the Rat player of the tournament, says Dan Green. Thanks, Mark, says Shane. I wasn't sure if you'd missed it. I would have missed it. I don't want to come across like people that moan. No, I would have missed it. Thank you. Also, thank you for all the watch-alongs during the World Cup and all your hard work. Fair play to you and all the team. No, I think, well, thank you to all of you and you, Shane, as well. I think you might be, I think history might repeat itself. 2 Euros sandwiched with a World Cup for Spain. Oh, he's crying, Simeone. Is he crying? He is. Iron says, red cards should get their medal in the dressing room. That Barco little shit, he plays for Chelsea now. He was at Strasbourg before. Take what you need and be on your way. Stop crying your heart out. Right, I think I'm going to stop. I'm a bit bored now. I don't need to see them lift the trophy. It's going to take fucking ages. So, oh, are they about to do it now? Oh, this might be the bit. This actually might be the best bit. I think Argentina, a lot of them are crying. I think. Someone in the chat just said they're literally crying a river. Oh, here we go. No, get it off these three. Get back down there. This is the last time. This is where I say I don't want to watch that panel. Get them off. Get the panel off and get back to Argentina. I know they're doing a great job, but trust me, you could have a panel of Pele, George Best, and Johan Cruyff, and I'd still say pan to Argentina. Get off and go to that. Have they got it on BBC One? No, they've got bloody Rooney and co. I want to watch the Argentinians cry. Oh, come on. Nobody wants to talk about what you're talking about. No one wants to listen. Just show Argentina. Oh, could have been this, could have been that. Don't care. Just show me Argentinians crying. Here we go. BBC are doing it. Manager's flawed. Can't believe it. He's on his arse. Get yourself over to BBC. They're not showing a panel. Come on, back on the pitch. That's they're Spanish. Good. Show me Argentinians. Here's the World Cup with Ramos. They are going to make the Argentinians walk past it, aren't they? Yes. That's just been confirmed. Yes. Ramos brings out the World Cup. Gives it a kiss. There's a massive one there. Where'd they get that from? That's really going to rub it in. That's the biggest World Cup I've ever seen. It's massive. Oh, I tell you what. The thing is, if you're Romero, you can ignore the little one, but the massive one, you can't ignore it. You can't ignore that big one. I've seen people when they lose the World Cup final and they don't look at it. They sort of just take their thing like that. You can't ignore that. It's huge. You walk into it. Here's Trump. I can't believe... Is there anything we can do? Why is Infantino wearing white trainers? Mate, you're about 90. He's wearing a suit with white trainers. Who does he think he is? He thinks he's Rod Stewart. Thinks he's Ollie Murs. How old is Infantino? What is he doing? He's someone's granddad. He's only 56. Fuck off. He's only 9 years older than me. What? What's he been doing with his life? He ain't 56. The fuck? He is only 9 years older than me, Infantino. Look at his face and look at mine. 9 years? 9 years? Where's he been? What's he been doing? He must have had the hardest paper round ever. $56. Check his passport. 56. Look at, right, this is even better, right? David Beckham's over 50. He's younger than Brad Pitt. Oh my God. Brad Pitt's 62. He's 6 years older than Infantino. What the hell? He ain't 56. How old's Trump? 60. Ruad says, do you think Trump will steal the World Cup trophy? Barco is ginger, so he's even worse. The super. Hey, come on. I like angry ginger. Red card should get their medal in changing room, says Iron. I just want to say thank you, Mark. Your hard work this World Cup has made us, who don't always have someone to watch the games with, feel included. Hey, we're here. Loads of exciting stuff coming up on this channel over the next season, so make sure you subscribe and get involved. Argentina would have won if Messi was fit for this match. I didn't see him on the pitch today. On a serious note, this made England look good. Oh, you're being sarcastic, Sahaj. Good one. Thank you so much for all the watch-alongs, brother. It's a silver moment. Thank you very much. There's the referees getting their medals. I'm surprised Trump gave it him. The wrong team won. This is the best bit. I mean, look, it's great when Spain win it, but come on, Argentina, come and get your trophy. Come and get your losers medals. Come on. Trump's 80 and he looks younger than Infantino. I wouldn't go that far, but I can't. But like Timokin says, there's no way he's 56. I would have said, if I was guessing at Infantino, I'm not even joking, I would have guessed 70. I would not have gone under 70. I wouldn't. What's happening here with Kabasi? Is he getting man of the match or something? Yeah. I mean, this is actually really enjoyable, isn't it? Because if you lose the World Cup final, you really do get absolutely bantered. You have to stand around for ages. And ages. Like when England lost to Argentina, you basically stand around for a minute or two and then you piss off. If you lose the World Cup final, you're out there for a good half an hour. Now, he won Young Player of the Tournament, I think, Kabasi. Dogtail says, the best part of the World Cup is the stadiums. It's amazing, especially in the LA. Doopy says, don't worry, he is 72. It's rigged. Drinking baby blood hasn't kept Infantino young, says Rob. Okay. Weird. Goalkeeper of the tournament now, Simon. Oh, God. It's like the fucking Champions League draw. We could be here all night. Oh, God. I'm actually... this has been a long shift. I might duck out in a minute. Too many awards. I mean, they tend to just give it to the team, to the players from the winning team anyway, don't they? Because I remember Emi Martinez winning it last time. Well, they're obviously only going to give it to people who got to the final, because you're not going to get a player from another team like Mbappe's not going to wait, is he? There's 4 awards. Rodri's just won one. Rodri has won player of the tournament, has he? Golden Ball Award, Rodri. Don't know what that means. Is that player of the tournament? I think Jude Bellingham, Kylian Mbappe. But if you're not in the final, you don't win, really. Messi looked a bit annoyed. I think these are new awards, and I don't think they ever get given to anybody who's not in the final. I can't remember last time. This is why Cristiano and Saka is better than Messi. Rigging and can't not win my goat. Spain broke the script the moment they realised, says PP Buttocks. How did England get scared of Argentina's midfield? I don't know, City. I mean, look, Spain kept them away from their goal all game. Enzo Fernandez is there, even though he got sent off. Paredes is there. They're shaking hands now. They've calmed down. Appreciate all the World Cup watch-along, says James. Thanks for watching them with us. May as well just watch it through till they lift the trophy now. It's just a nice way to close it all off, isn't it? I don't think I've ever watched it all the way through to the World Cup being lifted before. They've all calmed down now. If you can't visually see what's happening, Argentina are just getting their participation medals. I think everyone else got theirs when they got kicked out. Mark, please do a poll on what? Who's going to win the World Cup? Oh, Messi's crying now. I don't like seeing Messi cry. That's not really. Well, I don't really want to see Messi crying. That's not making me feel anything, because he is one of the world's greatest ever players, and it's probably his last World Cup, isn't it? So I don't mind seeing like Romero cry, or Simeone, or Paredes. Those I don't mind. I mean, you have won the World Cup. I mean, I don't want to just. I know you're upset. Maybe he's upset because it's the end of his career, but you have won the World Cup. Like, you have won a lot. To be fair, you probably won more than anybody will ever win as an individual player. You've won more Ballon d'Ors. You have won the World Cup. You have won multiple Champions Leagues. Yeah, but it's probably the reality of the end of your career hitting, to be fair. He'll know he'll never play in a World Cup again. That's the thing, isn't it? Because he's probably wise enough to know that if he did go and play in another World Cup, he wouldn't be as good as he is now. And he's not as good now as he was in the last one, is it? So... Ray has gone up on his own here. Oh no, they're doing it one by one. This will take about 20 minutes because they're all doing it one by one. Who wins the Ballon d'Or now? Well, I think Mbappe is a more credible Ballon d'Or than Messi because of he scored more goals. I personally don't think you need to win the World Cup to win the Ballon d'Or. I think it's about what you do domestically and internationally. So I think it's a bit of an open race, really. I mean, it could be Dembele again. You can't really give it to a Spanish player. They might look at domestic records. I mean, Harry Kane could have a chance, I suppose. 72 minutes gone. I've got to turn that off. I'm just going to watch Spain lift the trophy and then that's it. World Cup 2026 is over and it's been a great ride. Could you give it to Fabian Ruiz? World Cup winner, Champions League winner. That's what I mean. I don't think it should be just about whether you win the World Cup and the Champions League. I think it's about what you do across a whole season. See you again in 2030, says Tiger Valley. Thanks for everything. Well, hopefully we'll see you before then. But thanks everyone who's got involved. I don't know why Spain didn't use Nico Williams more, really. I think they were a better team with Nico Williams on the left and Yamal on the right. Fucking hell, this is a... I wonder if I'd feel like this. Well, I wouldn't. If England were winning the World Cup, I don't think I'd be like going, this is taking ages, but it is taking ages. It's taken a long time. Can't repeat that. That was Yamal's little brother, yeah. Right, here goes the manager. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. Manager comes up to get his medal. Rodri will come to lift it. Do you think if Infantino had hair, he'd look younger? No. No. I actually think the skinhead makes him look younger. I mean, 56. No. So, of course, this is the second time Spain have won the World Cup, but none of these players will have won it the first time, 2010. We're 16 years on. He lifts the trophy. He gives it a kiss. No, he's not lifted it yet. Oh, Trump gives him the trophy. Okay, now. Does Trump stay and celebrate with them? He wants to be there. Trump stays there. We're celebrating with them. I'm surprised he's not there in the middle. I think he wanted to be. I think Trump wanted to be in the middle with him. There you go. World Cup. Oh, Alexi McAllister. Can we get a bit more Argentinian players? I know it's Spain's moment, but I wonder if you're in this. You know, there's a lot of Argentinian players crying there, but I wonder if you're in the moment, do you not actually realise that you weren't good enough? Like, do they actually think, oh, what a missed opportunity, or do they actually go, nah, we weren't. We probably overachieved getting to the final. Anyway, thank you so much. It's not the end of That's Football, but it's the end of the World Cup. It's been a brilliant nearly 6 weeks. I've really enjoyed it. And it ends with the trophy being lifted by Spain. Lots of ups and downs, lots of late nights, some good games, some bad games, some big moments, some weird moments. But all in all, I think it's been I've seen 10 World Cups now, I think, maybe 11. Time will tell where it ranks, but I certainly think it had its own vibe. I think the stadiums were brilliant. I think the atmosphere was great. And it definitely had a World Cup feel to it. So enjoyed it. We're back starting tomorrow with domestic football, Champions League and all that lot, transfer news. Thank you so much. Stay safe. I'll speak to you on the next one. Take care.